right, everyone. So we'll start with today's session. We'll complete Panchang in this week. So once you guys have completed Panchang, what you can do with Panchang is you can take out how many days are good and how many days are bad. First thing. Secondly, you will be able to understand how to take out Muhurat. So Muhurat is very important because it is a very simple ideology. A right approach is needed, but doing a thing at the right time is also needed. So you guys may be very clever, you may be very intelligent at something, but you will see some people have some luck because they have initiated or started that thing at a particular muhurat which was lucky, which was good, whose yoga was so perfect that they were bound to get good results. So today we'll learn, in this whole week, we'll learn what is Panchang, how to use it, how to take out Muhurat, and then you'll be able to understand different elements of it. Okay, so we'll start. Starting with the first element. Okay, so to understand what is Panchang, see, Panch means five, Ang means limbs. Okay, so you can even understand it as five parts. So we are dividing a day in five different parts and then analyzing it. Okay, to put it very simple. Now, Panchang is composed of five key elements. The first is Tithi. Tithi is what in Western system we call date. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the dates is nothing but Tithi. It is Pratipada, Dvitiya, Tritiya. These are Hindi names. Pratipada means one, Dvitiya means two, Tritiya means three, Chaturthi means four, Panchami five, Shashti. So these are nothing but numbers. But there's one difference. Western dates, they start at 12 at the night, but Tithi doesn't follow that rule. So that's why you'll see nowadays what we have Diwali on 2 days, right? Some festival people have confusion when it is starting because all of our is Tithi based, and Tithi does not follow a fixed time rule that at this point the Tithi will start. So when a particular Tithi will end, then the next Tithi will start and it will automatically continue. But there is no fixed timing as in Western system. So Tithi, and they have divided Tithi into 15 portion. All right. So there's a waxing, which is called Shukla Paksh, which is generally considered positive. And the second option is waning, Krishna Paksh. Krishna Paksh is generally considered a little negative. Now, when we'll understand there's nothing positive, nothing negative, but that is how the general dilemma regarding this is. Okay. So overall, how many tithis are there? 30 tithis. Okay. So actually, there are only 14 tithis and one Purnima and one Amavasya. So fixed are 14 and then there's Purnima Vasa. So 15 total tithis this side and this side. So total 30 tithis. Another thing is Var. What is Var? Var is day. Var is the Sanskrit Hindi word of day. Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That will also count. So Sunday will start from Ravivar going all the way to Saturday, Shanivar. Third is the most important thing that is in astrology, and that is nakshatras. So nakshatras are very important in part, and they are also part of Panchang. So in order to have a good hold over Panchang, you'll also need to know details about nakshatra. I'll give you a good idea into this, but then nakshatra in itself is a whole course. Okay. So there are total 27 nakshatras. Earlier there used to be only 18, ending at Jeshtha, 1-8, not 80, 80, 1-8, 18. The 18th nakshatra was Jesht. Jesht means the elder one. But then other were discovered, they went up to 28. Then one was removed. Abhijit nakshatra was removed. So now we have a total of 27 nakshatras. If you go to the ancient temples in India, ancient means very, very ancient, those made out of stone, those you have seen on Discovery Channel. You'll see these nakshatras are written over there. Old, very, very, very old ancient temples. If you visit in the south, you'll see Jyeshtha nakshatra drawn over there, Ashwini nakshatra. All of the nakshatras are drawn at the temple. So this system is that old. Next is Yog, which if you want to take out Muhurat, this is one of the most important part. So Yog is calculated based on sun and moon. It is a particular position of sun and moon, and a yoga is created. There are also 27 yogas, 27 nakshatras, as well as 27 yogas. Another thing, Karana. Karana is Tithi divided into two. So half of a Tithi is a Karna. So there are total 11 Karnas. So it will continue. So we'll learn everything in detail. I'm just giving you an introduction. Okay. Now let's understand the real meaning. So this is what the general calculation introduction part is. Now we have to use how it is going to be practically applicable to you. First element is Tithi. So there are total 14 Tithis and then Purnima and Amavasya. Right? Every Tithi governs your emotion. So you will see whenever it is Purnima and whenever it is Amavasya, if you want to judge the real nature of a person, observe them on a Purnima. If you want to know the inner feelings of a person, observe them on Amavasya. Real nature on Purnima, real internal feelings on Amavasya. On Purnima or Amavasya, either you will be very happy or you will be very sad. Start observing. If you haven't noted this down, start noting this down. On Purnima and Amavasya, you will also know your real self. If you are happy, you'll be more happy on Purnima. If you are a sad soul, Dukhi Atma, so you'll be more sad on Purnima. So this is the effect that Tithi has. So Tithi, what effect it has? It affects your emotions. So the emotions that you are going to face are completely controlled by the Tithi, right? Now suppose you are doing a very good activity, but sometimes you do not feel very happy. You bought a new car, maybe you bought a dream laptop, maybe you bought a home, but you do not feel happy from inside, right? So because that Tithi is not suitable. So that is why it is very important to understand Tithi. Tithi is going to give you your emotions of that particular day. That 24 hours Tithi is going to give you emotion. So see, have you guys observed? Some days you are happy for no reason, and some days you are sad for no reason. It is all because of Tithi. Moving next. Vara. Vara is day, right? What Vara will do? Vara will give you ideas. So the thoughts that you are going to get, it is completely focused and ruled and emphasized by the day. So Sunday, if you start noting it down, keep a journal, start. See, you will have very similar thoughts on Sunday, very similar thoughts on Monday. On you guys have heard of Monday blues. People don't like to go to work on Mondays. They call it Monday blues. Why? Majority of people who have died from heart attack have died on Monday. So all the ideas, all the thought pattern that you're going to get is ruled by the day. So that is Var in Panchanga. Nakshatra. Nakshatra again is ideas, but the root, the seed of that idea, the idea in a whole, right? So idea coming from nakshatra and then getting filtered through var, and then you are getting that particular idea. So combination of two. So that is why certain nakshatras are very good for marriage. because you are going to get certain ideas. Certain nakshatras are not very good for marriage. Like suppose you guys, if you have a little bit knowledge, you would have heard of Pushya Nakshatra. Maybe you went to Mandir, you went to an astrologer, and this Pushya Nakshatra is very good. Pushya is good. But if you get married on Pushya Nakshatra, there is good likelihood that a affair is going to happen or a problem in marriage because of third person. The third person can be mother, father, sister, mother-in-law, father-in-law, anybody. Problem in marriage due to a third person. So that's how important nakshatras are. Now there is a nakshatra called Punarvasu. Punarvasu is a nakshatra of reputation. Punarvasu means reputation. And suppose you get married on Punarvasu nakshatra. One marriages, two marriages, three marriages, there's a good chances of things happening again. Now I'll give you a practical example. You see, whenever you open your chart, in your chart, nakshatra is also written that this planet is sitting in this nakshatra. Now somebody has the seventh house. There's a planet sitting, and that planet is sitting in Punarvasu nakshatra. Suppose Capricorn ascendant and seventh lord, maybe Mercury, sitting in Punarvasu. So Mercury is sitting in the seventh house in Punarvasu nakshatra. Direct prediction: there are chances of two marriages because Punarvasu is a repetition. So that thing is going to be repeated. Now use your brain. I'll buy a car on Punarvasu nakshatra because I want to buy multiple cars. I'll buy a home during Punarvasu nakshatra. I'll buy gold, diamonds, jewelry, anything that I want to be multiplied. So what I'll do is I'll do it on Punarvasu nakshatra. Now there's a twist. See, Punarvasu, things are going to get repeated, but your karmas also matter. So suppose you got a car, your karmas are good, your time period is good, you're going to get a new car from that. Maybe your karmas are okay, your dasha is very okay. So what will happen? Maybe that car will be lost, stolen, and then you'll buy a new car. So don't forget your main dasha also. So that also matters. But generally, nakshatras are very, very, very powerful. Now, moving ahead to the most important thing in Muhurat, that is your yoga. Yoga is basically the end result, right? End result. See, sometimes you may start an activity, but you're not going to feel very good about it because the tithi was not good, your emotions were not in the right way, you are not ready for it. But the end result is good. So that end result is what that matters the most. Suppose I'm going to start a new company. I want the end of that company, whenever that company ends, the overall things that ends, it ends in good. So yoga matters a lot. So yoga is one of the most important things when it comes to a muhurat. Then karana. Karana is the physical interaction, right? So things that are going to happen physically to you. Like in Tithi, your emotions were manipulated. In Karna, physical things would happen to you. If the Karna is bad, maybe you'll go on a journey, you'll get into an accident. Physical damage, physical problem, physical interaction. It is going to, suppose the Karna is good, it is a communicative Karna. So a lot of people will come to you, a lot of people will call you on that day. You have received days where multiple people are calling you, right? So physical interaction in the world is governed by Karna. So how important is Panchanga? My thoughts are controlled by Panchang. My emotions are controlled by Panchang. The end result of anything, the outcome of anything is controlled by Panchang. The physical interaction that I'm going to get is controlled by Panchang. So all in all, if we see, Panchang is compulsory. If you do not understand Panchang, you are going to go through life getting hit right and left because you don't know what is going to come. But if you understand Panchang, now you can navigate properly. I'm going to do certain things on this day. I'm going to avoid this day. right? Like I give you an example of putting cover on my mobile phone. Venus Ketu is in transit, conjunct. So on 2nd of November, they would be separated. I'll remove my cover. I'm not a guy who keeps a cover on his phone. So you use this knowledge and you get safe. So similar is Panchang. So before I move ahead, anybody has any doubt, you may ask now, then we'll move ahead.
So we have to look for all the combinations of all
All the
these
combo,
five.
5 combination, all 5 combination, 5 combination every single day.
Sir, I have a question. Like, okay, Tithi is emotions.
Emotion.
Nakshatra is seeds, and yoga is final result. Karna is physical impact. Vara. So Vara is kind of thoughts you are getting, but the seeds are nakshatra, right? So these are
Correct.
how these five are working. But the thing
Right.
is, like, sometimes you have a good nakshatra, but you do not have a, let's say, Var is fine, nakshatra is fine, but yoga is not good. Sometimes yoga is good, nakshatra is not good. I'm talking about individual birth
Mhm.
charts. So how to give the priority? Like, if yoga and nakshatra is good, go ahead. Do not care
See,
about Vara that much, or like what is the hierarchy?
right. So this is something that you have to understand as per the individual. Now you
Mm,
know Deshkal Patra, so you have to understand the individual. So there are some individual who do not care how they feel. They'll complete the task. If the tithi is
mm,
bad, no matter, because that person is going to complete it anyhow. There are some people
mm,
who are very sensitive and emotional. And if
mm,
the emotions get problematic at the start of the thing, they're going to suffer. So you'll choose a good tithi for
mm.
them. So this is something that you'll understand with time. But overall,
Right.
nakshatra and yoga, in my
Yes.
personal opinion, practical opinion, should be given the highest priority.
Highest. Highest.
Like tithi,
And
you
what?
can go ahead. Var, you can
Yeah.
manage.
Emotions are
Karna, you
like
can
you could
manage.
control. Yeah,
But
yeah,
nakshatra and rhythm, because you want good thoughts, good right approach. So you
yeah.
need
Right.
good thoughts for right approach, and you
Mm-hmm.
need the thing to end in something good, something substantial. So you need yoga. So practically this,
Yeah.
but overall 5 things you have to combine and check every time.
And
But it is
like,
not that
if
difficult.
we, yeah, if we are checking like marriage issues, do we check Tithi specifically, like in the birth chart?
See, there are two uses of Panchanga. Panchanga use is divided into two. First is when you want to take out Muhurats. When
Mm.
you want to do something, you want to start something, you take up. Then second is you are also born on a particular Panchang. You are born on a
Right.
particular Tithi, particular Yoga, particular Karna. So you will
Mm.
also get personality traits. So all those
Mm.
pundits you would have seen sitting with these big books,
Right.
and you will ask them a question, they'll flip that book, they'll see the
Yeah.
panchang of the day, and they say this happened, or this guy is going to
Mm.
end up like this.
Mm.
So you can understand individual also. So you can give prediction based on panchang, and you can also form out muhurat. Both things you will be able to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to know that. I mean, I'm not sure that it's right or wrong, but I got to know that Tithi is somewhere related to marriage and Karna is related to profession as well, like these two things. So I don't know.
See, there are different techniques used by different astrologers. Firstly, we'll start with
Right.
the base. We'll build a good
Right.
base, and then we'll move ahead.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
So a quick question. For Tithi, you had mentioned if you want to check a person's real nature, check how he or she behaves on Purnima. What happens
Purnima,
in
correct.
Amasya?
Amavasya, you will see their inner feelings.
Inner feelings. Okay, got
Yeah.
feelings.
So their inner feelings would surface out. And overall nature of a person, if they are a good, happy person, they'll be more good and happy on Purnima. If they're a sad person, they'll be more sad on Purnima. So Purnima
Got it.
shows your real self every single time.
Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else? Rashna ji, Ramesh, Sumit, Somain, anybody else? You have any
सब
question?
समझ आ गया
Janisha? Okay, samajh aa gaya.
अंडरस्टूड हाँ जी
Okay. So we'll move ahead. Now, very important thing, start paying a lot of attention. You are also born on a particular panchang, particular tithi. So tithi is how you will do things, what feeling you'll get, or how would your day go today. You'll get it from your tithi. So today is what? आज की तिथि क्या है? ये लो, इन्होंने एस्ट्रोलॉजी सीखनी और इनको ये नहीं पता आज की तिथि क्या है.
अमावस्या खत्म हुई है आज दोपहर में एंड द फर्स्ट डे ऑफ द साइकिल लूनर साइकिल हैज स्टार्टेड.
देखो कैसे एस्ट्रोलॉजर बनोगे. सबसे पहले ये अंडरस्टैंड करो कि दिवाली हमेशा अमावस्या पे आती है. सो दिवाली इज ऑलवेज ऑन अमावस्या, राइट? एंड ऑल द अदर फेस्टिवल्स आर ऑन पूर्णिमा. Raksha Bandhan is on Purnima, right? You take out a lot of different festivals. Holi will be on Purnima. All of the biggest saints, Guru Nanak or any other saints you take, they got their enlightenment on Purnima. So majority of Hindu festivals are on Purnima and some selected few are on Amavasya, like Diwali. Majority are on Purnima. Now, today we'll consider, see right now if you Google it, you'll check your Panchang. So it will show you that Pratipata has started. But this is the main thing that you have to understand. As I said, that Tithi doesn't follow a particular time, that at this particular time the Tithi would start. When one would end, the other would start. So you have to check sunrise. But this is location based. All of you are in different location. So there is going to be a minutes of difference even in India. Some location is going to get sunrise early. Some location is going to get some sunrise a few minutes back. Ravi ji, maybe he's in Australia or US, so he will get a very different Panchang today compared to India. Janisha is in UK, so she will have a very different Panchang. So timings are going to vary. So what you have to understand, one of the main things, और ये डाउट मेरे को आगे जाके किसी ने पूछा, ठीक है, बताऊंगा ही नहीं, ठीक है, पूर्णिमा कब है सर, आज क्या ये क्या, नहीं, इसको समझो, अंडरस्टैंड दिस पॉइंट एंड देन यू विल अंडरस्टैंड एवरीथिंग. You have to check when is the sunrise in your location. 5:37, 6:32, whatever is the sunrise at your location. And at that time, what was the tithi? So today in India, in Ludhiana, the sunrise happened in Amavasya Tithi. Pratipada has started, but we'll still consider it Amavasya. Now tomorrow, when the sun rises, it will be in Pratipada Tithi. So even if Pratipada Tithi ends at 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m., or suppose the sunrise is at 6 and the Tithi ends at 8, we'll still consider the sunrise Tithi to be the Tithi for the whole day. Right? Got it? So दिवाली कब मनाई जानी चाहिए थी? आज ना, क्योंकि सनराइज किस में हुआ? Today, Amavasya. Okay, but there's a lot more. I'm giving you just an idea. So you will check sunrise in your location. Whatever tithi is during sunrise, that is the tithi for whole day. This is the absolute basic, and this is something that you are going to ask me in future, and I'm not going to reply. So please keep this logged, secured in your brain. Okay, now we'll understand. So tomorrow is going to be Pratipada. Everybody in India is going to have Pratipada tomorrow, and people who are outside of India, you have to check your time zone and what was the tithi during sunrise. Now, if a person is born on Pratipada, he will have these traits, and tomorrow also you will have this emotions. Okay. So if a person is born on Pratipada, what type of person they are. They want things right now. They'll say, I want this or I don't want this. So what you have to do is go to Drik Panchang. It's a website, and put your date of birth. Date of birth, place of birth, right? Is very important. So date and place, and check on what tithi you were born, right? You will get the whole Panchang, tithi, var, karan, yog, everything you will get. So if you're born on this tithi, you will be type of person who will say, I want this now or I don't want it at all. These kind of people who are born on Pratipada, they form their opinion very quickly. So tomorrow, what type of emotions you are going to have? I want this now or I don't want it. You're going to form your opinion very quickly tomorrow. So suppose a person is going to give an interview, job interview on Pratipada. The HR, the person who is going to hire, the interview the person is going to form the opinion very quickly. This can work positively, this can work negatively in your condition also. So suppose a person is going to give an interview on Pratipada Tithi. He has to make sure that his first impression is very important, because the opinion are going to be formed very quickly. So your first impression matters a lot on Pratipada Day. Okay. They change the world through their actions. Their actions, they are going to be that people whose action are going to change the world. They doesn't care about other people's opinion. So if you're born on Pratipada and during Pratipada, you're not going to care about what people are going to say about you. Want to start things on their own. They will not wait for some person to come and help them. They'll just go ahead and start the day. Desire is the main energy element here. These type of people are going to have a lot of desires, and they are going to follow their desires. So they will put actions, put effort to make sure that their desires are achieved. They have never-ending desires. These are type of people who say, I'll buy a BMW X3. They'll buy it. They'll not be satisfied with it. They say, I'll buy a BMW X7. They'll buy it. Then they won't be satisfied with it. They'll go for a Porsche, then moving to Rolls-Royce. And at the end, they'll say, I now want a yacht. I'm not happy with cars. After buying a yacht, they'll say, I'll buy an island because I'm not happy with either. So never-ending desires these people are going to have. Hence, they are rarely happy. So even tomorrow, chances are you're not going to be happy. Tomorrow, you're going to have a lot of desires. There are chances that you'll not be happy tomorrow. They like challenges and they work till the last breath. People who are born on Pratipada, or suppose you start some work tomorrow, so you're going to work on it for a long period of time. They destroy old customs and start new ones. So old customs, like old tradition, like people in our family do not do this, we cannot start this type of business, or people in our family, everyone is in business, you cannot do a job. But they will deny that and they'll do something new. So suppose you are a person who's born on Pratipada, your father wants you to join their business. Ghanti baji? So this is something to understand very properly. And this is something you do not even need a very accurate time of birth. In Vedic astrology, accurate time of birth is very, very important. But यहाँ पर थोड़ा ऊपर नीचे, a little bit up and down still works, because the thing is for a longer duration. Challenge their ego and they start working. So these are the type of people who will not work until you challenge them. You have to insult them, give them some sort of challenge, insult them, and then they are going to start it. So their ego needs to be challenged for them to start working. very particular in family matters. They are very, very, very sharp in family matters. So they know who is dating who, this cousin is fighting with this person is about to get married, this person is having an affair outside, this person is going to do a love marriage, this person is not going to find a partner at all. They know all the ins and out of their family. They don't have friends. They make friends with particular and mutual goal only. So if you're born on Pratipada, forget that you're going to have a large friend circle. So even tomorrow, if you start something that requires a lot of people to join in, not the day tomorrow. Because you will only be able to join people. You'll only be able to acquire people who will have that same goal as you. So tomorrow, if you want to start something and you want multiple people to come in, not the day tomorrow. Pratipada, it will not work. Only people who have the same vision as you will come and join. King Bali and Indra have this the thing. So if you go and learn about mythical stories of Indra, mythical stories of King Bali, so you will understand how this Tithi works. Because both of them had this Tithi. So a lot of their nature, a lot of their stories, if you're born on Pratipada, your stories are going to match, your life story is going to match with King Bali and Indra, Lord Indra. Moving ahead, people will point out their fault. So if you're born on Pratipada, or if you start something on Pratipada, people are going to point out that you have not done this right. You have created a problem here. This is your fault. This is not working. Maybe you should have made access to water a lot easier in your business. So something or the other, even the smallest thing, people are going to point out that this is not working properly on Pratipada. And if a person is born on Pratibha, their whole life is going to be like this. Honor is very important to them. These are the type of people who would say that honor is everything. I'll die for my honor. Very important. They want change regularly. These are the type of people who are not going to be happy in a single job, single work. They'll keep on changing. So today they have to go to the market. They will take one route, and coming back, they will come in from different routes. Another day, another route. So these are the type of people who will not follow that same monotonous routine. They'll keep on changing every single time. Father related issues is what they feel. It may or may not be true. If you see a person born on Pratipada, they'll always say, my father was really strict, my father was like this, he didn't give me freedom, he didn't allow me to do things. But not likely to be true. They are very sensitive related to the issues with their father, but it is not true that their father is doing all of the things that they are mentioning. So a great chance is this may or may not happen, but they will always take their father's name. My father won't allow it, or my father is the main reason I'm not able to do it, something or the other. They always have a question like how to achieve a goal or relationship issues, right? So when you talk to a person and the person starts talking about, like, sir, I want to do this, I want to become an astrologer, I want to start my YouTube channel, I want to start getting consultations. And they also talk about relationship problem. 99% chance that that person is born on Pratipada. These are their general topics. They always talk about these things. Now understand this concept very, very, very seriously. Dagdha. Dagdha means burnt out. When you'll open a kundli, you will see always 2 houses and sometimes 4. Those houses are red. All the numbers would be in black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All the 12 numbers would be in black. 2 houses, 2 rashis. They will be of separate color because that is what is highlighted as Dagd. So when a person is born on Pratipada, because of the angle of sun and moon, in your chart, Libra and Capricorn will be burned out. Like the planet or the sign is on a frying pan and is not able to work properly. So if you're born on Pratipada, wherever is Libra and Capricorn in your chart, it is not going to work very properly. Now Capricorn is related to your work. Libra is related to your relationships. So if you're born on Pratipada, your relationships and your career is not going to function out to the maximum extent that it could. So if it could have given you 100% result, now it will give you 60%, 40%, 50% results. Because the attributes are burnt, destroyed. So this is what that means in the simplest explanation that is possible. Now, tithis combined with particular day can be very good, can be very bad. So if you see, sometimes you have a Sarvasiddhi Yoga. You would have heard about this. You do anything on this day, it is going to turn out very, very good. So the yoga form with tithi and days when they are combined. So suppose it is Pratipada and Wednesday, which is tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday in India, and it will be Pratipada Tithi because of sunrise. It is a disaster. Now, you would have heard people, this is very familiar. I've heard this line in the past month a lot, so I remember it. Budh, din Shuddh. Like Wednesday is a very good day, always. They say it. So this is a very general statement of Punjabi people, if you know it. They say, Budh, din Shuddh, kuch bhi nahi samajh aa raha, do it on a Wednesday. Pratipada and a Wednesday is a disaster. So suppose you are going to start something tomorrow. What will be the result? You will be emotionally drained because Tithi is going to affect your emotions the most. So your emotion, if you start something new tomorrow, suppose, Ankit, are you married? No, so Ankit is going to propose to a girl tomorrow. What is going to happen? A disaster. So you have to understand this thing. This is a Tithi dosh. The remedy is say sorry and fast. If you're born on Pratipada, so that is you would have to pass. But for general people, kuch bhi ho jaye, you have to say sorry tomorrow. Don't engage because the end result is going to be a disaster. So you don't need to engage. So tomorrow is the day which is very good as per general ideology. Wednesday is a good day. Tomorrow is Pratipada, right? But look at the result. अब समझ आया ना मुहूर्त कितना important है. And there were some people messaging me on WhatsApp. सर ये मुहूर्त बता दो. नहीं बता सकता ना बच्चा, मैंने पूरा चेक थोड़ी किया. चेक करूंगा, बैठूंगा, बताऊंगा. 15 मिनट तो लगेंगे. And throughout the day, it is difficult for me to take out. That's why in the monthly videos that I put, I have mentioned dates. That on this date, you do your work. So you guys have to refer to that. What you have to do on Pratipada, start anything new which requires management, but don't do partnership or sign an agreement. Pratipada, on any Pratipada, you can start something new or something that requires a lot of management. You can do that. But no partnership and do not sign any document. No signing of any sort of agreement on Pratipada. During Pratipada, you have to control your desires and ego. This is the day you show gratitude. Sir, every day we have Abhijit Muhurat, which is always good time, right? Yes and no, both. I'll explain at the end. So tomorrow is the day to show gratitude. Pratipada, suppose that it is Pratipada, but the day now is Sunday. So it is a Amrit Yoga. Whatever you touch will run for a long time. So suppose you want to start a business, you'll see Pratipada, and if it's matching with a Sunday, you will do marriage, Pratipada and Sunday. So it will run for a long period of time. Pratipada and Tuesday is Siddha Yoga. So you will have ego-related problems. Rest of all of the days are neutral, so no problem there. Pratipada with Sunday is good. With Tuesday, ego issues, and with Wednesday, complete disaster. Got it?
Sorry, quick question.
Hanji.
When we look at the Panchanga for your birth, if somebody is born before sunrise, that means previous din ka tithi lena chahiye, right?
See, when you look at the time of birth, right,
Right.
of a person, you know the exact time when the person is
12:40.
born.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's say 12:30, 12:40.
12:30. So you'll see what exact tithi is at that point. You'll consider that for a person. For a Muhurat, sunrise.
Got it.
Got it? For a
Thank you.
person, the exact time and exact tithi. For a Muhurat or a day, sunrise.
Okay.
Good question.
Thank you.
So this is all about Pratipada. So if you are born on Pratipada and tomorrow is Pratipada, you're going to face all of these emotions. Now we'll move to Dvitiya. Dvitiya is generally second. When you have to generate something as the main element, when you want to start something and you are the main character or you are the main thing or you have something that is going to be the main thing. So do it on Dvitiya. Pays great attention to their image, especially looks. People who are born on Dvitiya and during Dvitiya, you will be very conscious about your looks. Are your hair looking good? Is your face good? Are you wearing clean clothes? So you'll be very conscious about your image. This is the tithi when you accept things, right? So you will bring a lot of diversity. People say, we want to start this, or let's start gymming together. Let's go to a yoga club together. So you'll say yes. You start doing new things. You accept things. This is the time of conception, start of long journey, have protective nature, and are careful. So whenever you want to start something, from the very beginning, from the very root, you start it on a Dvitiya. It is going to be good. You're going to have a good experience because you will have a protective nature and you will be careful. Now, in Pratipada, we were also starting new things. And in Dvitiya also, we are starting new things. So you have a lot of options. As an astrologer, it is your duty to select the accurate one as per the requirement. So it is very important for an astrologer to be smart and sharp. Otherwise, how you will differentiate? Okay. Moving ahead, things like milk, yogurt, desi ghee, Bhag Malini Devi. There's a form of Devi called Bhag Malini. So these people will be naturally drawn to it. And if they are born on Dvitiya, they should pray to Bhag Malini Devi. They like to consume a lot of yogurt, milk, because this is something that their tithi is allowing. So the emotions are associated. They'll always consume desi ghee. They keep secrets. They'll always keep secrets. So if a person is born on Dvitiya, or if you want to tell your wife something and you don't want her to tell everybody in your family, you'll tell her on a Dvitiya because she will keep that secret. Otherwise, the moment you leave in the family WhatsApp group from where you would be blocked, it would be plastered all over. So they shouldn't travel much as they will have losses. So if a born on Dvitiya, like there are many people, so my dream is to travel. I want to travel here, I want to travel there, I want to see the world. And I see they're born on Dvitiya. Whenever they will travel, they will get losses. So Panchanga is very, very, very important. They should stay in comfort zone. You would have always heard, right? All this speakers all over the internet, come out of your comfort zone. You will not grow until and unless you are not in a comfort zone. But if you are Dvitiya born, stay in your comfort zone. That is the best thing for you. So you have to understand accordingly. Buy groceries, things that will nourish. So anything that you want that it should nourish you, you will buy on Dvitiya. So all of your groceries, because you want your groceries, that's something that you eat, going to nourish your body. So you will buy it on Dvitiya. So it will give you nourishment. So buy groceries on Dvitiya. They have extreme fertility. These are the type of people who are never going to face childbirth issues. Now, sometimes you'll see the fifth houses afflicted in the chart. There's some minor affliction, but they're born on Dvitiya Tithi. Every time I do a consultation, I always check the Panchanga when the person is born. Every single time. So now I know their Dvitiya born, fertility issues are not going to be there. Even there's a slight affliction to the fifth house, which is of children. So things balance out. They always want to help others. They see good in others. These are the people who will say, people are good. See, you will see some people who will say, the world is really, really bad. But you will see some people that say the world is good. They are Dvitiya born. And even if you start something on Dvitiya, you will trust people a lot. You'll say, just good. They are extremely careful. They lock and check the lock 3 times, whether they have locked it or not. Too much comfort zone and rest creates issues in their life. Now, they have to stay in comfort zone. But if they stay too much in comfort zone and rest a lot, like being a couch potato, then it is going to create problems. So staying in comfort zone is good, but not overdoing it. If this Dvitiya and Vyatipata, now Vyatipata is a yoga out of the 27 yogas. Is Dvitiya and the yoga of that day is Vyatipata. I think yesterday was Vyatipata. I don't remember it exactly, but I think yesterday was Vyatipata. So if Dvitiya and Vyatipata mix, you will have unnecessary expenditure on whatever you're going to buy it. You'll not be happy with it. Suppose you got a new iPhone when Dvitiya and Vyatipata was the combination. You'll not be happy with it. You bought a new car, you'll not be happy with it. So, what is the remedy? Everything has a remedy. Netrapani Vrat. You'll have to Google it. Very, I can say, not popular, not famous type of Vrat. So, if you Google it, but you'll get that information. 48 fruits in bamboo utensils. So, this is you have to do. This is the tithi. If a person is born, don't do this on a regular day. If a person is born in Dvitiya, you take a bamboo utensil, you put 48 fruits, 12 to Brahmins, 12 to Pitris, 12 to yourself, and 12 to animals. And when do you do it? When sun is in Taurus around May. If you're born on Dvitiya Tithi, so all of the problems of Dvitiya Tithi will be solved. Understood? Any doubt till here? No doubt. Okay. Before we end today's session, I just want to very quickly cover this. This is the Tithi name. People who are not very familiar with Hindi, Letitia, anybody. Pratipada is basically 1, Dvitiya is 2, Tritiya is 3, Chaturthi 4, 5. This is the exact order. 15th would be either Purnima or Amavasya every time. Then the cycle would repeat again. Pratipada, the energy of sun, is the highest. It is ruled by sun. So tomorrow, that is Pratipada, sun is going to be very, very, very active, very powerful. Dvitiya is ruled by moon, Tritiya Mars, Chaturthi Mercury, Panchami Jupiter, Shashti Venus. I'll give you an idea. There was a dictum that people who have very prominent Venus, they fight a lot. Right? You can see this. So people, if a person is born on Shashti, try fighting with this person. They'll make you understand that why you'll never have to argue with them again. So very careful when you argue with a Shashti person. Saptami is ruled by Saturn, Ashtami, Rahu, and then the pattern repeats again. Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus. If it's Purnima, Saturn. If it's Amavasya, then Rahu. So Diwali is always on a Amavasya. Amavasya is ruled by Rahu. So we generally say Venus-Rahu combination is very good. It gives you luxury. So now you know why Diwali is always on Amavasya. And Diwali is completely Shukra Venus. So there's a lot of things happening behind the scenes. But when you understand all this, everything will make sense to you. So there are devtas also. If you're born on this particular tithi, your life story will be similar to them. And if you pray to them, you'll have good. Like I'll give you an example. Lord Ram was born on Navami. We celebrate Ram Navami, right? Ganesh Chaturthi. You know, festivals. Now, how these festivals are making sense? Trayodashi festival आता है एक कौन सा? Which god?
Shiv का आता है?
Think.
Shiv. Yeah.
So think about it. So you would have heard of Ekadashi fast also. So different gods. So let's give an example of Chaturthi. किसी ने पूछा भी है. Right? You celebrate Ganesh Chaturthi. Lord Ganesh is very much associated with Chaturthi. Whenever you will see moon on Chaturthi Dishi, a blame would be put on you. So whenever it is Chaturthi, you will not look at moon. If you look at moon on a Chaturthi Tithi, within the next Tithi, before the next Chaturthi, a blame would be put on your head. You did this. If the karmas are good, your wife would say that you are doing this, a small blame. But suppose your karmas are not good and you have seen a Chaturthi moon, a good blame is coming your direction. So this is how it works. But it's Nag Panchami. Think about it. You have a lot of time. Do your research and then type. Okay. Now there are certain devtas. These are the devtas that are associated with this tithi. Now, answer to that Nag Panchami. Indra Tithi, I informed it was Pratipada, right? Indra and King Bali had Pratipada Tithi. So it is not related like that. These are different devtas. This is the energy that you pray to balance that tithi. So you can, if you're born on a particular tithi. Now what you guys have to do. So I'll just do one thing. Just give me a second. I'll show you. what I'll do is stop the share. Okay. Everybody can see the screen, right? So you'll go to Google and you'll type Panchang today, your location. Panchang today, your location. So you'll open the Drik Panchang link and you'll see this section, Panchang. You have to come here. Always check sunrise. Sunrise was 6:33 a.m. today. Okay. Till 5:54 p.m. it was Amavasya. And right now it has started Pratipada. The nakshatra is Chitra. And yoga is Vishkumbh. Karna is Nagav. And today is Mangalvar. That is Tuesday. It is Krishna Paksh going on. You have to check this. Another thing you have to do is, you see here the location and date. So location, you will put your birth location. Maybe you're born in Amritsar, maybe you're born in Delhi, maybe you're born in Noida or anywhere in Bangalore. So you'll put that location here and put your date of birth. Like, for example, we'll take Rachna ji. Rachna ji, what's your location, birth?
Sir, Muzaffarnagar, UP.
Okay,
Muzaffarnagar.
So I'll put Muzaffar. नहीं आ रहा.
Uttar Pradesh maybe, sir.
MUZAFFFAR.
Okay, Muzaffarnagar मिल गया. ठीक है? So I've put Muzaffarnagar here. What is your date of birth? Year?
2/12/73. 2/12/73.
Okay, so we'll go and put 1973 and 12 is December and it is 2. And time of birth?
It was 3:09 in the morning.
3:09 in the morning.
Yes.
Right? So Saptami Tithi is till 6:17. So Rachna ji is born on 6, but till you'll go to previous day and just to verify. So she is born in the early morning, right?
Yes.
3:09. So during that, Saptami is going on. Okay. So Rachna ji is born. So when I teach Saptami, you will put a lot of attention because it is about you.
Okay.
So the nakshatra was Dhanishta. When we'll cover nakshatra, you will cover your nakshatra. Yoga was Vyaghat. Vyaghat is not a good yoga. Just giving you an idea. So some things in your life is going to have problem. When you learn Vyaghat, you'll understand it. Karana is Vanija. Now, if your parents held you for some hours, you would have been born in Harshana. Harshana people are always happy. इनके सर पे न्यूक्लियर बॉम्ब लाके फाड़ दो, बोलेंगे सब अच्छा ही चल रहा है. So that is very good. Now don't fool your parents. She was okay, born on Sunday as per the Western calendar.
Yes.
Okay, and it was Shukla Paksh at that time and Vanija. So the same thing, everybody is going to do it. Okay, so tomorrow.
Sir, जैसे आपने ये बोला व्याघात नक्षत्र जो योगा है is not a good yoga. So क्या इसके भी remedies होती हैं yogas की?
Everything has a remedy.
Okay.
So,
thank you, sir.
Everyone, before coming to tomorrow's lecture, right? I've just showed you how to use it. Kalka Panchang, just look at tomorrow's Panchang of your location and look at your date of birth, Panchang. What was the Tithi? What was the Nakshatra? What was the Yoga, Karan, and Vad? Note all the 5 elements. for you yourself and your close family members, maybe your son, brother, sister, all of your family members. So you need to have around 4 5 options. So when I teach you about Pratipada, maybe your brother is born in Pratipada, you'll understand, you will be able to relate a lot of things. और फिर वो आपकी memory में बैठेगा, you will be able to memorize it a lot easier. So for tomorrow, create Panchang of what the Panchang is of tomorrow before class. And then for tomorrow, at least 4 to 5 people, your brother, sister, mom, anybody in your family, just create their charts. Like this is their tithi, nakshatra, var, everything. And then we'll continue the rest of this tomorrow. All right, everybody. So we'll continue with the yesterday's session. So have you guys taken out your Panchang? Right? You have noted down your Panchangs, right? So once you have done that, now we'll be able to continue. So yesterday we were learning about Tithi. Tithi is something that will control your feelings. How your day will go will always be controlled by your Tithi. Tithi is going to like manipulate your thinking pattern, manipulate your feelings and thoughts. So Pratipada is where you start things, but they need a challenge to start, even if a person is born in Pratipada. In Dutiya also, you start things, but you started from a very core level. Now moving on to Tritiya. Is there anybody in class has Tritiya, born on Tritiya?
Sir, I am.
Okay, so completely about you now. So Tritiya are reactive people. Even on smallest thing, they don't listen and present their version. They have relationship issues because they don't listen. They don't have a broader vision in relationships. So what is the main thing? Not listening and having relationship issues. Born after Mannat. Mannat is like special prayer for those who cannot understand Hindi. Like you pray to God that you may get a child. So you will call that a Mannat. They have to understand timing is important. Qualities become problem for them. So they are too talented, you can say, and this is going to create a problem for them. Another thing is family disputes are inevitable. If you are born on Tritiya, definitely you are going to face family troubles. Then you have always heard of this festival, Akshay Tritiya. Akshay Tritiya is one of the most powerful festivals that we have because sun and moon both are exalted. So whenever sun and moon will get exalted, on that day we celebrate Akshay Tritiya, right? So buying on this day increases material. So if you want to buy anything, what is the best day? Best day is Akshay Tritiya. And in my opinion also, best day to have a child is Akshay Tritiya. Because sun would be exalted, moon would be exalted. Moon is the path to wealth. And if you have a good sun, all of your Raj Yogas will materialize. So that is why a good sun and moon, so both luminaries good is very important. And on Akshay Tritiya, both are exalted. To try to have your children around Akshay Tritiya. They show off their status, their power. Leo is very laid back and they have to work and keep moving. Now, if you get Tritiya on a Saturday, struggles, and on Sunday, complete backup, you won't do anything. And on Tuesday, it will be intense. And if Akshay Tritiya lands on a Thursday, there is going to be a lot of debate on any topic that is going on in your life on that particular day. Devta of this Tithi is Kartikeya. So you can pray to Kartikeya to bless you on this day. Moving ahead, we'll cover this up fast because you'll get this report anyhow. You'll get this PDF. So you can read it on your own once we cover it. Next is Chaturthi, the fourth day. They do such action that forces people to notice. Not so good with communication. No work prospers on this day. So, starting any work on Chaturthi is really a dumb idea because whatever you start on Chaturthi is not going to work. So, 4, 9, and one more Tithi, 14. Do not start anything during them. These are called Rikta Tithis. Rikt, like burnt, if you can say. They should accept themselves. You see how Lord Ganesha is elephant head on a human body. So something is going to be off about Chaturthi people also. So they would have to accept themselves. That is their major lesson. Jyotish was born on this day. So when did Jyotish start? Jyotish start on Chaturthi. They should learn something, meditate on this day. So whenever there's a Chaturthi, that day you should learn something because Lord Ganesha is also associated with writing. So you should learn something, you should meditate on this day. If you can have, you can also buy Haldi Ganesha as a remedy for this day. These people do not have clear desires or goals. They do not know what they want to do, what they want to achieve, what their goals are. They speak gibberish as well. So some of the time they are going to say some sentences, say some things that are not going to make any sense. Will be different person from the rest of the family. Now you can look at the family of Lord Shiva and Lord Ganesha stands out clearly. So similarly, if you're born on Chaturthi, you're definitely going to be very different from rest of your family. And they'll start something new in the family, something that has not been done before. If everybody is into jobs, so they'll start a business. If everybody is into business, they'll start a job. If everybody is doing arranged marriage, maybe they'll start the trend of love marriage in the family. So something different they'll start. Moving ahead to Panchami. See, Panchami is ruled by Jupiter, Guru Graha. So they'll run after knowledge. These are the people who have double PhDs. So these are the people who are more likely to go ahead and start learning. They'll buy one degree, then move on to another degree. So they'll buy one course and then keep on buying other courses as well. Best day to do Mundan. Mundan is to completely shave the head of a newborn child. So it is a special ceremony. Start school. So if anybody wants to start school, Panchami would be one of the best things. They need to find their true goal. They'll always run after something that they want to achieve. So they'll always run after their true goal. Have to go through multiple struggles and have zero ego. So these people have really low ego. They face different struggles throughout their life. This is a tithi of observing. So whenever there's a Panchami Tithi, what you guys have to do is you guys have to observe around. It's not a day to take action. It's a day to learn, to understand, to observe your local surroundings. They don't like to fight and very difficult to fall sick. So generally they are healthy and they don't like fighting as well. The angle between sun and moon is 5:9. So the difference of houses is they are away from 5 houses and 9 houses. So 5:9 angle is created. It is auspicious. If you're born on this tithi, pray to Nagas and Pitris. Even when there's a regular Panchami, you can pray to Nagas and Pitris. They don't have relations, they have knowledge and are introvert. So if you are thinking a person would be very much socializing with others, so no. So if you're born on Panchami or the day is Panchami, the day is not to socialize, the day is to get knowledge. Moving ahead, we'll quickly cover Shashti as well. If you're born on Shashti, anybody in class?
My son is Shashti, sir.
Okay.
My younger son.
Okay. So people who are born on Shashti are punished for being outspoken. So whenever they are going to cross their line of communication, then definitely they are going to be punished for it. They fear the counter results. So they will always have a fear, like I'm going to do something, But whether something worse would not happen to me, or they will have this mindset like I'm trying to do something, but something should not go wrong. So they'll have this kind of thinking. Their day starts with an argument. People who are born on Shashti, generally, best advice, avoid them, don't fight with them because they are born to do arguments. So they are very argumentative. They don't mind their words. They will not think before speaking. So if something there's like sometimes when even in a fighting, we don't say things to hurt other person. But if you're born on Shashti, what they will do is they will speak to hurt you. They are that type of people. So they don't mind their word. They are hardworking and gives very practical advice. So this is the good thing. Have the problem of evil eye. If you're born on Shashti, there are good chances that you'll get evil eye. लोगों की नजर लगेगी आपको बहुत easily. They behave like elders even when they are small in the family. So these are the kind of people who will be like more spending time more with your parents than with the siblings. So they'll consider them as the grown-ups. If you make the first move, you'll win. So during Shashti, suppose you're having a court case, suppose you're having a fight, the best day to do a court case is Shashti. Because if you do it on this day, you're going to win. Or is there's an argument, or if you want to sort out something with other person, Shashti is the day to do it. They have lower abdomen, liver, kidney, progeny, and sexual issue. Very concerned about their image, will say no on the face. So generally, it is very difficult for people to say no directly to the face, but not Shashti born. They will directly say no. So even when you're going to do something, and so don't do anything new where you need support from other people because most likely you're going to encounter is no. So don't do something that involves agreement from other people on this thing. Care for nature is the remedy, and dancing also. And this Chatavrat also, so you can use it as a remedy. Moving on to Saptami, ruled by Indra. Discipline, they are portion of gods. This Tithi has Saturn influence. They will protect people, are stubborn, and enjoy even their misery. They lack balance. They are either poor or rich. So, portion of God, by portion of God, it is very simple. Like they'll have something of God's essence in them. So, even they are going to enjoy their misery. Very stubborn people like to protect, either be very poor or either be very rich. No in between. They're likely to have one or the other form of physical deformity, depending upon the karma that they carried and placement of planets. The deformity can be very minor, the deformity can be very huge also. Their nature is balance. That's why they are able to enjoy their misery also. Homosexuality is a problem. If you're born on Saptami, this is something that you have to look after. Have a lot of misery as well. So they have a lot of misery, problem of short legs. Like some people, they have uneven body structure. Some legs are more tall, more long compared to the upper torso. So it depends. Maximum amount of trouble related to houses. So this happen both way. Physically, your house, like the vastu would be a little bit off. There will be a vastu problem in your home, or maybe the people in your home are not very supportive towards you. So that is going to happen. They should not do any construction. So avoid construction on Shashti, sorry, Saptami as well. That you have to understand. And these people are born on Saptami, don't start construction in your name. And especially don't do that starting puja as well. Have to leave houses, cities, and countries to get respect. So basically, they are not going to get respect in their hometown, in the place they are born in. So these type of people have to move abroad and start earning, and then they'll start getting respect. They don't have to show off and should be stingy with money. So overspending is a problem for these people. One of the worst problems. Anything you appreciate will stop working. Sometimes we say gratitude is the best remedy. You have to show gratitude, but not always. If you're born on Saptami, if you're going to appreciate something, that thing will not work. So if a person is born on Saptami and suppose 10 times a day you'll say, my laptop is working very good, then next day definitely you're going to get problems. Do not praise. So if you're going to praise somebody, the person is going to start behaving differently with you. Remedies: changing house and routines. Do not be very fixed towards your routines. And secondly, like, have a proper vastu of your home. If you do not have proper vastu, you'll keep changing your homes. So this is something that you have to think about. Moving on to Ashtami. I'm moving a little faster. Any problem? Okay. Aman, which is your Tithi? Okay. Moving on to Ashtami. Okay. Ashtami is a balanced Tithi. Represents Ardhanareshwar, like half man, half woman, a form of Lord Shiva. Don't make important decisions in life. People who are born on Ashtami, they do not make such important decisions. And on Ashtami also, you should also not make any important decision. So please keep that in mind. These people do justice. There's always a influence of Rahu. So never confront or wage a war. Why you will never confront or wage a war? Because Rahu doesn't have a body. So how are you going to fight? Or you will only have mental tactics to do. So that is why do not confront or wage a war during Ashtami. And if you're born on Ashtami, your best bet is doing compromise if you fall into problems. Kill with a smile and be sarcastic. Best remedy for these people. Please stop fighting if you're born on Ashtami. And if the day is Ashtami, don't fight with people. Never fail and never back down. That is their mentality. These people, they don't fail, they never back down. They'll keep fighting, they'll keep coming back to the same problem until the problem is solved. They are negotiators, they have good married life, they can easily make balance. So far, out of all the Tithis, Ashtami seems pretty good. A lot of good things about Ashtami compared to previous Tithis that we have covered. But again, a problem. They will keep getting disbalances in life. So if you're born on Ashtami, this balance is going to be the problem. They try to please and balance everyone. Traveling is important, and a lot of unexpected things happen. These people are pure rule breakers. They are going to manipulate you so that they get their work done. Moving ahead, Navmi. If you're born on Navmi, then extremely bounded by lineage, have to follow tradition and very conscious of family name. So if a person is born on Navmi and if you are doing something on Navmi, so please understand that you would be bound by the rules and the tradition of your family. You're going to face a lot of family issues. Maybe your father is not very present. Maybe your mother is not very smart. Maybe there's a fight between the siblings. Maybe your relatives don't talk to you. Something or the other, a problem related to your family is going to be present. Sensitive out of comfort zone. When these people they go out of their comfort zone, they become overly sensitive, overly cautious. Like if they're going outside, they're traveling, so they'll keep checking whether the bag is properly logged, everything is working. They'll check their maps properly. These are the type of people who will sit in a taxi and open maps on their phone just to see if they're going on the right path. So overly sensitive when they go out of their comfort zone. It's a Rikta Tithi as well. So don't do anything on Navmi. So if anything you're trying to do, avoid Navmi and Chaturthi. Cannot claim their right. So basically, these people are going to have good chances that they will have property issues, good chances that they are not going to get credit of their work. Even at office, if they have done something, they'll not come out and outright and say that I have done it and somebody else is going to take the claim. To leave and kill is not for them, to create. So these people, they have problem living. Living can be living a toxic workplace, living a toxic relationship, or maybe just leaving people behind. Even when they know that these people are not good for them, they'll still stay. So that is a problem. To kill is not from them. So killing is not their fault. Like even when you have learned the mythical stories, you have learned, right? Lord Ram tried very, very hard not to kill Ravan. He said, "You leave. You just give my wife back. I'll not wage a war. We'll go back. Nothing would happen." Multiple options, multiple chances were given to Ravan, but he didn't listen. So killing is also not for them. They don't like to be very violent or be very aggressive. But what they love is to create. So these are very artistic people. Creating, designing is their favorite thing. You can pray to Ma Kali and offer blue flowers if you're born on Navami. And even on Navami, you can do this. Dashmi, very disciplined, born to perform a certain task. They are bound by rules and have to maintain a routine. So Dashmi is very much like Capricorn. They're bound, they're born to do tasks, born to do karma. There will be a lot of rules. They will have to follow a routine. Climb a mountain, fetch Akashic records. So you can climb a mountain and you can like go for this or certain type of astrology, certain type of astrology reading called Akashic records, where they will have a lot of record regarding your name, your lineage, and you can try that type of astrology also. Need to have a psychological win, will make small goals only. So these are the type of people who want at least one psychological win a day so that they're able to perform and stay good and happy mood throughout the day. So that is there. So what they will do is they will start keeping small tasks and try to win that. Appreciation, if absent, they get demotivated. If I'm not going to appreciate these people, definitely they're going to get demotivated. They will not do that work with all their heart. Require things in sequential order. So these are the people who are likely to have that OCD kind of problem or OCD kind of mindset where they want everything to be very organized and everything to happen one after the other. No shortcuts. See, the thing for Dashmi Bonners, don't do something big. They should start small and do everything bit by bit. That is the best approach from them. And even when the day is Dashmi, you also have to do the same thing. Do not plan something big, start small, and have a psychological win for the day. So your Dashmi would be balanced. Talking about Ekadashi, energy of healing, absent-minded Tithi, brain wants a break to heal. You see, people who are born on Ekadashi, they after every few months they will go out to travel, they'll take a break because this is the influence of Tithi on their mind. This is the absent-minded Tithi. The people will be sitting towards you, looking at you, but they will be thinking their own thoughts. So many people take Ekadashi fast. Yeah, because it has healing energy. So if you have any problem, best solution is do Ekadashi fast. Your healing capacity of body will increase, will go up. See, it is also written, do absolute nothing. So that's why people do not eat also. Do a fast. That is why it is recommended. Best way to balance out Ekadashi. If you're born on Ekadashi or if the day is Ekadashi, do absolutely nothing. Be brain dead. Don't keep on thinking how I'll make my business, how I'll do this, how I'll do that. Just go completely brain dead, go zero mode, zero thoughts. That's what you have to try on Ekadashi. Wear loose clothes. They like to wear loose clothes also. Like I personally know a person born on Ekadashi. The t-shirt size is large. The person wears XL. Always. Every single time. So they like to wear loose clothes. And on Ekadashi also, you should wear loose clothes. Subconscious brain is very active, and very smart people also will not work an active job or a job which involves rules. So people are very stubborn when it comes to rules. So these people are not going to be following the rules, cannot come to office every single day. So these people are like having ketu in the 10th house. Very problematic, unable to come to the office. Let's talk about Dwadashi. सर कोई पर्सन दशमी का खत्म होना जैसे और एकादशी का शुरुआत होना, तो ट्रेड्स कौन सा है उस दिन जिसमें सूरज ज्यादा उगा रहेगा, और एग्जैक्ट तिथि आपकी जो अगर दशमी होगी तो दशमी ही आपके ट्रेड्स होंगे, बट अ लिटिल बिट फेवर ऑफ एकादशी वुड आल्सो कम बिकॉज इट विल बी वेरी नियर. द्वादशी, only one word, very karmic tithi. So if you start noting down that what happened with you on Navami, what happened with you on Dashmi, what happened with you on Ekadashi. On Dwadashi, you'll see you don't have a control. The things that will happen to you on Dwadashi will all be as per your karma. So if your karmas were good, you have a good. So it is also very transit based. If you're having a good past week, so on Dwadashi, it will be good also. But if it was a worse week going on Dwadashi, it is going to be even worse than the worst scenario that you can imagine. So only one word, karmic. Moving ahead. So we'll finish Tithi today at least. Trayodashi. This is the Tithi to let. Sir, every Tithi has some or the other should. Yes, everybody is not perfect. That is why every or the other Tithi is very problematic. And people born on this Tithi, you can predict by this Tithi method also. Just take any chart, just check the Panchanga when they were born, and then go ahead and predict. Everything would work in the same order. You can give prediction from this and prediction from zodiac, and they'll say that you are a very good astrologer. So Triyadashi is a tithi of let going things. Moksh feeling. Don't make plans to anything, plan to anything. So do not make a plan to start new things. Triyadashi is not a tithi to do things. It is a tithi to end things. So no starting, no inception, no initiation on this day. A lot of accidents happen on this tithi. When a data was taken out, so it was noted that a lot of accidents out of all the tithis happen on Triyadashi. So it is better to note down when Triyadashi is, and please be very aware that drive safely. And suppose you're running Mars Dasha. Suppose you're running Dasha of 8th house, Mars in the 4th house, Mars in the 12th house, or something or the other, or you're running a Dasha or Antardasha which is 6th from Rahu. So there are good chances that you may meet with an accident. So on Triyadashi, during this Dasha, you have to be very careful. Detached, but still working. No attachment. So these people are not very attached with things, not attached to a lot of pets or family members or colleagues. So isolation problem is there. They will have gas issues, bone, profession issues. Now, gas issues with Saturn, because Saturn is a airy planet. There's a plant, Madar, Ark, and Kaner. If you worship this, if you're born on Triyadashi, this is the best thing that can happen to you. Consistency is a problem. These people cannot be very consistent. They are going to have consistency issue. My wife is Triyadashi, she cannot be consistent in anything. See, everything would line up very properly. Painting of Lord Shiv on Nandi and Ma Parvati on lion is a remedy. Kamdhenu idol puja is also good. So what you can do is, Raviji, you can give your wife a Kamdhenu idol, or you can give this painting of Lord Shiv on Nandi or Ma Parvati sitting on lion. You can give this painting to her. We have Shiva. Yep. Painting. Lord Shiv sitting on Nandi. This painting, you keep it in your home. So that is also going to give you a lot of balance. Moving on to Chaturdashi. Now, see, Chaturdashi is also one of the problematic tithis. Hold grudges, revenge energy, very cold, wage war on someone, serpentine energy. Serpentine means snake. Serpentine energy, plans to take revenge. So the theme of revenge is very, very common with people who are born on Chaturdashi. I'll tell you why. Because in past lives, either they were murdered or in the past lives, the death happened before their time was due. So premature death. Because of this, now these people will be born in a family either to support that family or either to take revenge. Right? Marrying people with Chaturdashi is also not a good idea. Maybe you were the one who murdered them in your past life. Now they are back to take revenge. तो आप भी एक ब्लू ड्रम में जा सकते हो if you marry a Chaturdashi born. ठीक है? So be very careful. So jokes apart, basically see, they are born to take revenge. Revenge is a very big thing. They have to take hard decisions and show their capability. So sometimes maybe you know that you have to do something, but these people are going to stop you. So these people will leave their best friends, leave their family members to achieve their goals. So that is the type of energy Chaturdashi has. Not conscious about their look. They don't care how they look. All they care is what kind of work they can do. They sacrifice to get things done. Very stubborn people. Best is to do Narsimha Vrat or Narsimha Kavach. So Narsimha Kavach you can buy, very easily available from the market. You can even get it on Amazon. And Narsimha Vrat, it is on Narsimha Jayanti, which is approximately around May. So you can do this remedy as well. You can look at it when is the Jayanti, and on that day you can have a fast. Now moving on to Purnima, tithi of whenever a moon eclipse or lunar eclipse will happen, it will always happen on Purnima. So as an astrologer, you should be very careful about this thing. You should know this thing. So all the eclipse to the moon happens on Purnima only. And eclipse to sun happens on Amavasya only. Right? Now, Purnima plus Amavasya. Both of them are going to have very same thing. All things at once. Multiple things will be happening on the same day. A lot of extramarital affair. If a person is born on either Purnima or Amavasya, which is not recommended at all, but going to have a lot of extramarital affair. Psycho people, basically. So all the people who are very crack, very narcissist, good chances they are born on Purnima or Amavasya. Outer penis doesn't matter. They only believe how they feel. So these are the type of people who will only talk or behave on basis of what they're currently feeling. Is. They'll not care about the front person, care about the people, care about their image. That is not for them. They're totally going to behave what they're feeling at that moment. So basically, psycho. So out of all the tithis I have taught you, when you'll get the sheet, it is best to make an idea that which tithi out of all the 15 tithi is good. So basically at the back of mind, you know, if I want to start something, I'll do this. If I want to start this, I'll do that. That's why in film they used to say Amavasya ke din paida hua tha. So Amavasya is very troublesome. Okay, moving. कौन सी फिल्म में बोला था? I don't remember. But पुरानी फिल्मों में I think they used to say horror movies, या फिर psycho movies, definitely. Okay. Moving ahead. Yesterday we have covered this. This is something that you do not need to remember at all, right? But as an astrologer, you should keep a list of this handy and ready whenever you want to suggest something based on Tithi. So keep this ready in case you want to take out Muhurat. Okay, moving ahead, we'll cover this. Okay, now Tithi we have covered. Now we covered day also. So you have to now do plus. You have born on a Tithi. Now you do the plus day. So you will get a good trait. Now on Sunday. Sunday is governed by Lord Sun, Surya. Authority, leadership, vitality, self-expression. All the qualities of Sun would be present in this individual. And on that day also, that energy is going to be there. It is considered a good day for activities that require personal power, leadership, dealing with authoritative figures. So if you have something that you need to go out and get done with your bosses, Sunday is the best day. So maybe that's why they have done Sunday off, so that you cannot deal with them. Maybe. Okay. Monday, governed by moon. Same qualities of moon, very emotional, intuitive, nurturing, and sensitive. Favorable for activities, self-care, family matters, domestic matters, anything requiring emotional intelligence or nurturing. So when you want to sit down and talk with your partner that you're not behaving properly, you're doing this wrong, maybe you didn't do this right. So best days to do it on a Monday, because at least they'll have emotional understand to understand your point of view. Food items, emotions, or praising people, making new relations. So it is good. But the energies of Saturn, Ketu, and Rahu do not align with Moon. So if a very important transit of Saturn or Moon is happening, or Ketu is happening, or you have a very prominent Saturn or Rahu Ketu, avoid Mondays. Tuesday, governed by Mars. Energy, courage, assertiveness, and action. It is good for activities that requires strength, courage, physical activity, competition, or conflict resolution. So on a Tuesday, basically you do something that requires physical effort. Join a gym on Tuesday, right? So do things that is related to mass. Like I've told you guys to pay your debts on Tuesday, pay your EMIs on Tuesday, because it is also associated with mass. So whenever you want to end a conflict or want to start a competition, Tuesday is a good day. Similarly, Wednesday, if you want to communicate, day of intelligence, learning, and business. Auspicious day for anything related to education, trade, negotiation, communication, and intellectual pursuit. So this is something that you have to look at. If a person has come to you and they say, "So I want to start my education, or I want to start a new business." So you have locked down that you will recommend them Wednesday. Now you'll focus on Tithis and Muhurat, the rest of the Muhurat. Thursday, see, this is very self-explanatory. Thursday is ruled by Jupiter, so it is wisdom, expansion, spirituality, and good fortune. Why good fortune? Because Jupiter naturally rules the ninth house. Favorable day to do learning, spirituality, religious practices, financial planning. Jupiter is also the karka for banks, second house. So for any financial planning done on Thursday is very good. Any endeavor that requires wisdom and expansion is really good. Now, who is the enemy of Jupiter? मैं सोचा क्वेश्चन पूछ लिए ना सारे सो जाए.
Venus, sir. Venus.
Venus. So Venus is the considered main enemy of Jupiter. So would you buy a car on Thursday?
Not at all.
Right. So I recently, last year, there was a person who bought a brand new car and took the delivery on Thursday. Within 15 days, there was a very good accident. Had to pay out around 1.5 lakhs to the other party because they didn't have insurance and their own car was covered under insurance within 15 or 20 days of buying the car. So do not do conflicting energy things. So Venus is not good with Jupiter. So don't do Venus things on Jupiter and don't do Jupiter things on during Friday. Okay. Friday represents love, beauty, luxury, and creativity. If you want to go and dine out, have a good dinner, dine out with your family, have a candlelight dinner with your partner, Friday is the day. Want to buy that luxury perfume, luxury bag, Friday is the day. Auspicious for activities related to relationship, art, beauty, luxury, entertainment, involving pleasure and aesthetic. Movies in India generally release on Fridays because of Venus. So if you take out all of the big movies, you'll see that numerology plays a very important role, right? Like recently, there's a very stupid show going on, Big Boss. The spelling of big is double G. And if you go ahead, one of the big directors or producers of Fast is Yash Chopra. So Yash Chopra passed away. But if you go and you look at Yash Chopra movie titles, every single movie will have one letter plus or minus, and all of them are numerology based. And the total would be either 6 or 42 if you do the total of the movie names. Right? And Yash Chopra made Shah Rukh Khan's career. So Venus is very, very important when it comes to facing the camera. So if you do not have a good Venus, you cannot be famous on YouTube. Very simple. You cannot be a good actor. Right? So basic things, you have to take an idea. Okay. Moving ahead, Saturday, everybody's favorite planet, Saturn. Discipline, hard work, patience, and favorite word of Lord Saturn is restrictions, boundaries. It's a day to set rules, set boundaries. This is the best day. So the day part is very easy. You guys already know it. Very self-explanatory. I don't think you guys have any doubt. If you have any doubt, please ask.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Go ahead.
जैसे हम लाइक वी से कि जैसे हम जो डेट लेते हैं वो जैसे कोई रात को पैदा हुआ है, तो अगर हिंदी के हिसाब से देखते हैं, मतलब हमारे के कैलेंडर पंचांग के हिसाब से देखते हैं तो दिन अलग आता है, लेकिन अगर हम सनराइज के हिसाब से देखेंगे तो अगला डेट तब शुरू होता है. तो हम इसको कैसे लेते हैं? सनराइज के हिसाब से लेते हैं या हम जो उस वक्त एक्चुअल?
See, when you're doing Muhurat, you will follow the sunrise rule. When is Diwali? When is Purnima Tithi? When do I have to buy a new vehicle? Anything that requires Muhurat, you will follow the sunrise rule. For individual who are born, you will take their exact time of birth. Right? So if
हाँ
they
जी
are
सर,
born,
हाँ
so
जी
for
सर,
people,
तो आपने कल
people's time
बताया
of birth.
था. हाँ जी, जैसे रात कोई 2 बजे पैदा हुआ है, लाइक सैटरडे एंड संडे की रात को अगर 2-3, जैसे इट इज विद मी, मैं रात को 3 बजे मतलब मॉर्निंग, अर्ली मॉर्निंग 3 o'clock समथिंग का बर्थ है, बट वो सैटरडे और संडे की बीच की रात है, तो हम उसको शनिवार मानेंगे या हम रविवार मानेंगे?
हिंदू वैदिक ट्रेडिशन के अकॉर्डिंग न्यू डे सनराइज पे ही स्टार्ट होगा. सो वी आर फॉलोइंग वैदिक सिस्टम, सो विल फॉलो द वैदिक डे एज वेल. सो आप सपोज करो कि यू बोर्न ऑन सैटरडे, ठीक है, एज पर दी वेस्टर्न सिस्टम, बिकॉज रात के 3 बज गए थे एंड आफ्टर 12 अ न्यू डे हैज स्टार्टेड. बट एज पर हिंदू सिस्टम यू विल फॉलो द ओल्ड फ्राइडे ओनली.
Okay.
Okay. And even if you go into softwares like Jagannath Hora. It's a free software for Windows system. All right. So even that they will say, they will mention that this is the Western system, and as per the Hindu system, they are born on this day. So they also have a
Okay.
Panchang section at the bottom. So
Okay.
I hope it clears your doubt.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Thank you.
Okay, no doubt. पर कभी कभी मेरे को शक होता है कि तुम लोगों को समझ भी आ रहा है.
सर समझ में आ रहा है बिल्कुल ढंग से. कभी कभी
हाँ.
ये होता है कि देखते हैं तो समझते रहते हैं, बट उसके बाद जब देखते हैं एक बार फिर से जैसे नोट्स बनाना है कुछ, तो और ज्यादा हो जाता है. बस यही है. बाकी और मैं नहीं कह सकता सबका, बट मेरा यही है.
Okay. Okay, so we'll move ahead. Okay. Moving on to the
Sir.
most important. हाँ जी.
So इसमें now you see somebody born on Sunday or Friday, तो Venus picture में आता है. But the tithi or let's say nakshatra might be, the ownership might be with the Jupiter and all. So it's all kind of khichdi combination where you have to take all into consideration. So how do we connect, and which weightage and how much weightage we should give, and कैसे वो करते हैं?
See, अभी तो
It's like mix of all. Somebody is having a Friday, Venus आता है तो but उसका शायद नक्षत्र का लॉर्ड
See,
जुपिटर होगा.
I'm very Venus dominated. I'm born on Thursday. Conflicting energy. So
Right.
that department is going to happen. अब आपने इसको
Same
अंडरस्टैंड कैसे
with
करना है? हाँ, अभी यू डू नॉट हैव दैट आइडिया बिकॉज आपको योगास नहीं क्लियर हुए अभी तक. ठीक है, अभी तो करण पे भी जाना है. ठीक है. सो जब आपके सारे बन जाएंगे, सो व्हाट यू हैव टू डू इज यू हैव टू टेक आउट ऑल द नोट्स and you'll have this PDF with you. So what you'll do, you'll take out a person, write their tithi, and you'll write some traits. Then day traits, then yog, then var, then karan, all the 5 elements, and then you form a sentence looking at it. You'll get a very clear idea about their whole life, their image, what kind of person they are. Understood? So you have to mix it, but this will come with practice. It is not at all difficult, if I must tell you. We'll just look at it because you do not have to remember all this, because it is very difficult to remember all this. Some of the parts you will remember because you may be born on certain day. So people who are born on
Right.
Dashmi will remember a lot of Dashmi traits. People born on Navmi will remember a lot of Navmi, right? So that is going to happen, but this is something that you would have to refer and then tell. Like even today
Sir,
also I was giving a consultation, and it's not possible for me to remember all of the Rudrakshas. So even I refer to my list so that I do not give out wrong information to people. Same you would have to do. You have to keep this list handy, and then during consultation or during checking, you would have to refer back. So you're not giving out wrong information.
सर जैसे शिंदे जी ने पूछा कि जैसे पंचांग है तो उसमें से कौन सी चीज को प्रायोरिटी देनी है, खिचड़ी पकड़ी. बट जैसे कि मैंने येस्टरडे आपसे क्वेश्चन पूछा था, तो आपने बोला था कि योगा और नक्षत्र की सबसे ज्यादा इन दोनों की इम्पोर्टेंस
जी
है इन पांचों में.
जी.
तो फॉर एग्जाम्पल जैसे कि बृहस्पतिवार मतलब थर्सडे है, तो थर्सडे को योगा भी बहुत अच्छा पड़ गया, नक्षत्र भी बहुत अच्छा पड़ गया, सब बढ़िया हो गया. बट अब प्रॉब्लम ये है कि वो बृहस्पतिवार है और गाड़ी नहीं खरीद सकते. तो डिसीजन शुड बी ऑन योगा एंड नक्षत्र और डे मींस मतलब ये.
See, यहाँ पर सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन what you'll have to do is you'll have to see conflicting energy. ठीक है? Basic rule of astrology is do not go for conflicting energy. So if a person is very Mars dominated, you will never do matchmaking with a Saturn dominated person because there will be problem. Mercury and Jupiter will not go good, and they'll end up in a divorce or in a problem. So this is a very basic. So you're definitely, so if you want to buy a car or get a car, you look at the nakshatra, you'll then look at the day also, so that it's a good day, right? Then you'll also look at tithi, how the emotions are going to be. And yoga would be very important because what will be the end result
Final
of that
results.
product,
Final
right?
results. Yeah,
So, so conflicting energy you have to avoid. This is something that will come very naturally to you with time.
Hmm.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay. Nobody else, right? Okay, moving ahead to yoga. See, yoga is the most important part. Many a day or many a times, what I'll do is I'll how do you define a planet dominating? So, Letitia, when you finish this course, you'll automatically understand because there are multiple factors that go on to decide whether a person. So, dominating, what I will do is, or what I would suggest is, just look at the person. The person is fair, has very beautiful eyes, is very isolated, is very specific about things, very Venus dominated, right? If a person is very thin, dark, right? Very slender body, is not very confident, very Saturn dominated. A person who doesn't care what the people think about them, is into his own world, very Ketu dominated. A person likes to show off a lot and likes to confuse people, give indicator of left and move towards the right, very Rahu dominated, right? So you'll just keep out this basic traits of planets and then you'll judge that this is this type of person. A person who's always will say you or their partner baby, babu, shona, call baby names to their partner, very Mercury oriented, always down to do new things, enjoyment, go out, party. So very Mercury dominated, right? If a person very disciplined, very considerate about their image, their prestige, then that person is very Sun dominated. So this is how you'll understand basic. This is the most basic way you can how you can identify which type of planet is dominating in your chart. Okay.
Sir, one more question. So, like, dominance means it is a collective approach to see the chart. Okay, this planet is dominating everywhere. So that I
Hmm.
understand. But do planets sitting in Lagna also is a very important part of that dominance? Like, if something in Lagna, okay, this is very dominant or something like that. Is it
Lagna is always very dominant because I've always mentioned in my previous classes also. Lagna is the controller of whole chart. So
right?
whenever you look at divisional charts also, you will
Right.
learn by doing this thousands of charts. But whenever
Hmm.
you look at divisional charts, you'll always give more importance to the Lagna of divisional chart. And then you're going to get
Hmm.
the right answer. Many a
Hmm.
time when I'm doing consultations, I always make notes. When I look at
Right.
D10, I always combine Lagna and the 10th house, and I always write. So whether it's engineering field, whether it is factory, and I've written. And maybe 99.99% of the time, the person has said that, yes, I'm doing the same business.
Hmm.
So
Right.
Lagna is very, very, very important in all of the divisional charts. But then there's also flavor of Mahadasha. Like I'm
Hmm.
learning Venus Mahadasha. So the
Yeah,
flavor
ruled by
of
Venus.
Venus will also be very prominent. If you
Hmm.
are in your Saturn Dasha, you will naturally be gloomy, tired all of
Hmm.
the day. But when you move to your Mercury Dasha, you'll become a kid again. It will be jolly. It will be very enjoyable mood or a vibe
Hmm.
throughout the day. So there's a lot of influences, transits also,
Hmm.
right? So that happened. Like going to Venus, people who have Venus Atma Karka now, right
Yeah,
now, people who
problematic.
have Venus Atma Karka, they would start falling sick because Venus is also debilitated during this time.
Hmm.
So a lot of
Right, right.
factors happens. Okay, चलो let's move ahead. फटाफट cover कर लेते हैं जितना होगा, then we'll continue tomorrow. One of these first योग, Vish Kumbh. Vish Kumbh is not good relations with anyone, punished for things. So if you want to have good relations, suppose you are starting a consultancy business, never start on Vishkum because relationships are going to be very important for you. For your business, relationships are very important. So not starting any business of Vishkum. because you're not going to have good relationships with anyone. You will be punished for things. So maybe you forgot to put a form of tax, so you will be filed for tax evasion. A lot of issues can happen. Blunt tone may even go to jail. So if a people or if a person is born on Vishkum, high chances of going to jail. Work should be done with utmost discipline. If any work you have to do and the yoga is Vishkum of that day, it is very important to have discipline. Otherwise, the thing is not going to go. The work is not going to see. So any work, any work that is done when the yoga is Vishkum will not be appreciated. So Vishkum, I'll give it a minus. Avoid Vishkum always. Preeti. Whenever I see Preeti, I remember this. It's a concept of Swar Vigyan. P stands for Saturn. The sound of P starts with Saturn. So people who will have name starting with P. Right? Anybody in class? Pragnya. Only one. So Pragnya. So these people are going to face delays there. Always. So name, your name, starting of your name is very, very, very important. Like Ankit is soon going to go bald. इसके बाल उड़ेंगे थोड़े टाइम में. Because A has the energy of sun. So Ankit, अभी से ख्याल रखना, स्टार्ट करो. ठीक है, उड़
सर
रहे
वाई
होंगे
का
अभी
क्या है?
बाल.
वाई कौन सी एनर्जी होती है? मैं तो वाई पहुंच गया.
यार इसको ना मेरे को थोड़ा याद करना ऐसे पड़ता है हिंदी में. वाई तो उसमें अर्ब का साउंड भी आएगा, सो इट विल बी सन आल्सो. एंड ईयर, सो ईयर इज बेसिकली वीनस. तो उसकी एनर्जी वुड बी देयर. ठीक है, सो ये भी किसी दिन आई टीच यू दिस समडे. ठीक है, अगर टाइम लगाते हैं.
थैंक यू सर. थैंक यू सर.
Okay, so people who are born on Priti Yoga, I'll tell you one thing also. Yep. क्या नाम था उसका? कामदेव. Kamdev, one wife name was Priti. Go ahead and learn the story of Kamdev. And now you'll understand that why people starting with the name starting with P, they'll always have relationship problems. J is Venus. Okay, so people born on Priti are affluent, luxurious, save everything, maximalist approach. Basically, have great social connection. After the age of 30, will get great transformation. The life would definitely change after 30. Not respected by family member. Family would say that, nah, not a good person. So out of home, a lot of respect. Within home, no respect. Bad married life, speaks a lot, does little. So they'll say, I'll do this, I'll do that. But at the end of the day, they're just speaking. They're not going to do that work. Support from father, but no respect. So the father is going to support you if you're born in Priti or the yoga is Priti. But he's not going to respect you for your work. So that is the thing you have to understand. Ayushman. You would have heard that blessing, Ayushman Bhav. This is that Ayushman. Long life, very supportive, goes into medical field. Generally, people born in Ayushman are involved with healing field. Instead of medical, I should have written healing, but they are associated. Genetic scientists also, they can go for. Doesn't get along with siblings. So if you're born on Ayushman, if you have the yoga of Ayushman, there are chances that there will be problems related to your sibling. Will have trouble with their own kids, especially firstborn. So if you have Ayushman Yoga, your firstborn child is going to create problems for you. Saubhagya. See, Ayushman is good. Preeti is okay. I'll just write that Preeti is okayish. Will rub. mm, We'll do this sign for okayish. So you'll have an idea which ones are good, which ones are bad. So Ayushman is good. Preeti is okayish because you're going to have a bad married life, right? And marriage, partnership is a very important aspect of one's life, part of Kendra. Saubhagya. See, Saubhagya itself is, Saubhagya is good luck. Skilled, practical traits, goes by the book means will follow the rules. Then is hardworking, extreme miser. Like they will spend $1, they'll spend a rupee, and they'll note it down. They have very efficient management of resources. You give these people 10 lakh rupees to start a business, and they will turn that business into 1 CR. Very efficient with resources. How and best to utilize their resources, they know it. You give this person a very tight budget, but still they live very beautifully. Extremely talented, goes through troubles, and then learns from that experience. So likely to make mistake and then learn from it. So overall, a good yoga. Then Shobana will cover till Sukarma and then will end. Shobna is prestige, unexpected rise in life. So suddenly, a particular time period will come when they'll just shoot up in their career life. People think they are useless, but it is otherwise. So if you're born on Shobna, people will say, what a useless person. पता नहीं यार इसको तरक्की कैसे मिल गई, पता नहीं बड़ी बड़ी गाड़ियों में कैसे घूमता, ठीक है? This is going to be the sentence, but then it is not the case. More people will abuse you, better your upliftment would be, right? So if people are going to abuse you, it is actually better. So influencer बनने के लिए one of the best yogas to become an influencer, because people are going to abuse you online and you are going to go up in life. So good. Early age, they will have no respect, get insults, but after 40, they will rise up in life, will have married life issues. So I'll give it a negative. Like you can go up in life, but the married life is not good. You're going to get insulted. So not a good yoga. Then Ati Gandh. Now the name itself suggests bad yoga. Extremely bad. Two energies meet and create mixed energy. Two energies are colliding. So that is creating a problematic situation. These people are like dictators. People with bad ending. Bad ending, untimely death. Maybe throughout their lives, they have worked very hard, but at the end, these are type of people whose savings are lost. Right? People, a fraud happens with them, they lose all their money. So problematic ending, no lineage. Basically, they'll have childbirth issues, or if they have children, then there are good chances that they will have a problem related to the children won't speak with them, the children would leave them. So they will have no one to carry on their legacy, their work. So a problematic situation. Whatever they do turns bad. So anything they are going to do is going to turn bad. So Atigandh Yog is a double negative. Don't do anything when the yoga is Atigandh, because the thing that you'll do during Atigandh, that is the end result. Yoga is the end result of that situation. So suppose a person is getting married during Atigandh Yoga is happening. So you know what would be the result. Last yoga we'll cover today is Sukarma. Good deeds, but their motivation is to save themselves. So these are the type of people who will do good, but then they will also look out for themselves. they will have this, what it is in it for me. तो मेरा फायदा कैसे होगा, ये वो सोच के ही निकल. So they'll always think about the benefit before doing something. Wants to be in good books of others, so basically a people pleaser. Want to secure their position. Problem with marriage, likely to have second marriage, also be alcoholic. These are the type of people who will go to temple in the morning and club in the evening. So these are type of people. The body is my temple, and after evening, the temple is now closed. That type of personality. Very good business acumen. So they know how to run a business. So basically, looking at Kali Yuga, I would say good yoga. आजकल ऐसे ही चलता है. So this means सबका कुछ up and down, no one is perfect. Tell me a single person who have not thought of committing suicide, ages 40 above, and have not thought of committing suicide, leaving everybody, killing their bosses, having thought of beating up their colleague. Every single individual. जैसे स्कूल के टाइम पे आप सोचते थे ना कि अगर मेरे स्कूल पे टेररिस्ट ने हमला कर दिया तो मैं कैसे बचाऊंगा, ये हर इंसान ने सोचा हुआ है. कलेक्टिव थॉट. ठीक है. यू सी अ मूवी एंड यू स्टार्ट बिहेविंग लाइक दैट पर्सन. तो होता है. जितनी स्माइल अंकित की आ रही है, अंकित ने तो सबसे ज्यादा सोचा. I had that thought when Ketu was transiting through my lagna. See, ये तो एवरी सिंगल इंडिविजुअल ने सोचा कि मेरे स्कूल में टेररिस्ट का हमला होगा तो मैं कैसे बचाऊंगा. डेफिनेटली ड्यूरिंग स्कूल ईयर्स. और ये भी सोचा होगा कि ये पंखा गिरेगा तो किसके ऊपर गिरेगा. एवरी सिंगल इंडिविजुअल हैज हैड दिस थॉट. ठीक है. तो होता है ऐसे. ठीक है. सोचते हैं लोग. ओके. So we'll end here and we'll continue tomorrow. Okay? I'll stop the recording and we'll talk about something. Good evening. Namaste, everyone. Let's start with today's class.
Hare Krishna, sir.
Hare Krishna. Okay. So we have a lot to cover, so we'll quickly jump and directly start the session. See, we have already done the main Tithi part is over. The Var part is also over. Which planets or which devata rules particular Tithi, that is also covered. Now, starting from where we left off in the previous session. So, Ayushman is a very good yoga, Saubhagya is a very good yoga, and Sukarma is a very good yoga because it automatically will enable that the end result would be good. Moving ahead, Dhriti, people who are born on Dhriti or when the yoga is Dhriti, when you are starting something, will be out of box thinkers, hold fort in bad times. Means these are the people who will not leave you when the going goes tough. So these are the people who are going to support you. They have excellent patience, can be a good lawyer, teacher, or negotiator. So these are some of the fields that works best for them. Okay. Then moving ahead, Shul. So overall, Dhriti is also good. Shul. Pain, very angered, mistrust, as they are hurt by their close people, like children, wife, loved one, leave them. So basically, their family members have caused them problem, resulting in trust issues in them. So automatically a negative yoga. They are likely to have stomach issues, bad married life, disappointed in life, and their students backstab them. So even if they become a teacher or a guru or a mentor to somebody. So basically, Shul is not at all a good yoga when you're starting something, especially when it comes to family or teaching or guiding someone. Moving ahead, Gandh. It is automatically, you can understand from the name, Gandh. So it is not a good yoga. Joint, destruction of all near and dear ones, education far away from homeland, but they are rich, good in economics, understands money, bad understanding with family member. So basically, all of their near and dears one will be destroyed. Maybe their life will not be good, maybe they'll die or something or the other misery would happen. So family life wise, personal front, very bad, but money wise, very good. So anything that is materialistic related to money, you can start when the yoga is done. But if it's family wise, not at all recommended. Vriddhi. Now, Vriddhi means growth. Automatically, a good yoga. One of my favorite yogas. So, Vriddhi is growth, automatic growth, regardless of the current situation. So, whatever your situation may be, maybe you have money, you don't have money, maybe you have a lot of EMIs to pay, maybe there's something or the other going on. Your situation is not at all suitable for growth. But still, if it is done during Vriddhi, automatically the situation would adjust itself and you'll be able to grow in life. So, one of the perfect yogas, in my opinion. Marriage trouble in old age only. One problematic situation is these people have marriage trouble during old age. Fond of increasing position, have a lot of precious possessions. These are the people who will have a lot of collections of things, collection of cars, collection of stamps, collection of rare coins, collection of antique figurines. So they will collect a lot of precious things. They like to show off and full result in old age. So as they will grow in age, they will become more rich, more abundant in life. So one of the very, so I'll put a double plus in front of Vriddhi. So whenever you want to do something, you'll do anything in the Vriddhi Yoga. I'll give you my example also. So it was my mother's birthday, and around that time, Vriddhi Yoga was going on. So I checked and I said, "Ki, it is the best yoga. Let's go." And I gave her a Apple Watch, right? Newly it was launched, and I gave her an Apple Watch. It was Vriddhi Yoga. Within a week, I got one more Apple Watch. I bought one for myself. Then same within next week, I had to buy it for my sister as well. So three Apple Watches within 10 days of time. All because it was bought during Vriddhi Yoga. So Vriddhi Yoga is that beneficial. Now, suppose you want to buy a property, you want to buy a car, you want to buy different things. Best thing is buy it in Vriddhi. All of the things that you want in life to grow, Vriddhi. So always look out for Vriddhi Yoga. Once a month, it is going to repeat. So you have good opportunity. And suppose the nakshatra is good, Tithi is good, and the yoga is Vriddhi. Best day. I think tomorrow is a very good day. Check Panchang for tomorrow. Dhruva. Dhruva is the pole star, right? Bright star, reference point. These are the people who are used as reference. Like in India, we do not call instant noodles. We call it Maggie, right? Many people do not say toothpaste. They'll either say Colgate or Pepsodent. So when something is, we do not call it as cold drink. Many people will say Coke or Pepsi. So things which are used as a reference point, they should be started in this yoga. Acquire fame easily, become a reference for other. It can be good or bad, but they are generally typecast. So typecast has been doing the same thing over and over again. Like there are some actors who play the same role in different films because they are being typecast. So Dhruva is also a good yoga. Vyaghat. Vyaghat means negative. Cruel things are done off the record. So basically illegal things. People who develop fighting games, weapons, things end up in beating atomic researcher. So if you want for something to end up in fights, so basically Vyaghat is the yoga. If you start a business, you do a marriage during Vyaghat yoga, what would happen? There would be a fight during the marriage ceremony, or maybe after the marriage has completed, the ceremonies have completed, husband wife will physically fight. Moving ahead. So Vyaghat is also bad. Then Harshana. Harshana means staying happy, blissful. So Harshana is excitement. Always want to do something new. Doesn't want to pay. So they would not want to pay extra money. They'll say if this item is worth 100 rupees, so they will be paying 100 rupees only. There are many people who say, thoda jaldi mil jaye, thoda extra pay kar do. They'll pay something in black. Like recently, when new iPhones were launched, the price was 1.5 lakh. People were paying 15,000, 20,000 extra to get it early. So, but Harshana people won't do this. They'll say, I'll pay what the amount is. Use their power to get things. So they'll call somebody, they'll use a reference, they'll ask somebody to put a good name for them, good word for them, and get their things done. Credit goes to someone else. They'll do all the hard work, but at the end of the day, some or the other person will take away their credit. Blamed for women part. So even if they go ahead and talk to a woman, people will say they are dating. Maybe in gym also, they're just hanging around, they're just friends, but still they will blame for the women part. Wife is supporting. This is the best yoga to spread rumors or become famous. So if you're born in Harshana, you can be very famous. And if you want to start a rumor about something, that Sagar has 2 wives. So if you want a rumor like this to start, you can start when the yoga is Harshana. It will blow up that type of. But I don't know. Sagar, you have 2 wives?
I have yogas also, looks like.
Okay. So good in creation and creative field. So these people are very good. So Manisha ji, see Harshana people, what I like about Harshana people is they're always happy. Whatever happens in life, they are happy. They'll say sad for sometimes. We have seen that movie Love Aajkal, and there's a dialogue sad, रील भी उसकी बड़ी वायरल हुई थी कि मैं थोड़े टाइम से ज्यादा सैड रह ही नहीं सकता. हर्षाना योगा, थोड़े टाइम तक सैड होंगे and they'll bounce back and be happy. So very good yoga. Generally don't get depression. So Harshana is also a good yoga. Vajra. Vajra is Indra's weapon. Lord Indra's weapon is called Vajra. So, see, born after sacrifices, people have asked them to get birth. So basically, when your people who do not have good childbirth, right? So what will happen? They will pray to a lot of gods. They will go to different locations, ask for manna, do a lot of things, and then when a child is born, good chances are it will be born in Indra's nakshatra, that is Vajra. Good with tools and operating tools, good with machinery, basically, doesn't like to stay in one thing. So they will keep on changing things. So they'll change their marriage, they'll change their job if they are not into it, if they're not feeling good about that particular thing. They have a hard nature. Things started in this yoga turn out hard decision would be required. So if you start anything during Vajra, at the end of the day, you would have to take a hard decision. Maybe you started a business, now there are layoffs. So you would have to take a hard decision. So this is something if the yoga is Vajra. Now talking about Siddha Yoga, associated with Lord Ganesha, accomplished, generous, careless, no one can make them feel bad. So basically a good yoga, a happy yoga. Vyatipat, foolish, argumentative, has extreme troubles, destroys their life for no reason, need guidance to do good. See, so basically not a good yoga. Generally a hard life, problematic life. So Don't start anything new in Vyati path. Varyan, again a good yoga. Blissful yoga, extremely into money. Pray to demigod. Demigods like Kuber. Kuber is not a god. Kuber is demigod. Not equal to God, lower to God. So demigods, they will have a beautiful house, but there will be relationship issues like married to wife and her sister too. So these are the people who have two marriages at the same time. They marry the wife and also have an affair with the sister-in-law. Not incest, I'm talking about sister-in-law. So that is going to be the problem in variant. So basically, so we'll put it as a okayish yoga, not a very good yoga. But if you want to buy a car or do something related to money, do it on variant. Parighav, good for becoming CA to handle money, update themselves with new rules. But a problem, under scrutiny all the time. You'll always be checked. You'll always be checked upon what are you doing. So a type of CA is chartered accountant. Latisha, in India, generally to chartered accountants, we always say CA. Working in relation with government, cheating is involved in money part. And in India, you know how CAs can be very beneficial in this part. They can help you around, help you in ways, right? So Pariga, so basically they are good with handling money, but they will always be under check. So good yoga to become a CA. Shiv Yoga, very similar to Lord Shiv, dedicated, works without goal, does what is right, but doesn't consider others' expectation, enjoys what they do, have a peculiar marriage, extremely beneficial yoga, reaches peak very easily. So Shiva Yoga is one of the best yoga to be born in and best yoga to start something new, a business or anything else. Now suppose you have a childbirth consultation. So you'll give them idea, get their child born on this good yogas. So their life would automatically be good. Then Siddhi. So it is different from Siddha. One is Siddha and another is Siddhi. So don't make a mistake over there. They'll have a special power. They'll be controller of senses. You know, there are people who can hold their breath for 15 minutes, 12 minutes. Like there are many people who will not eat for a certain duration. So they're able to control their senses. Basically, they may or may be born in Siddhi Yoga. Particular about five senses, good advisors, great during emergency. If there's any emergency, Siddhi people will be able to handle it all. But will get trouble in one of the five senses. So with age, either they will lose a sense of touch, sense of hearing, sense of seeing. Any of the sensory organs would be a little bit problematic in such people. So, occasion. Sadhya. Sadhya is something to be mastered. Very hardworking, selfish, not attached mentally, will take pressure on their body to complete things. Ravan had this yoga. So, you know, Ravan sacrificed his head 9 times or 10 times. I'm not sure very about was it 9 times or 10 times? He sacrificed his head to get a boon from Lord Brahma. So this is something that you have to be, that is seen in this yoga. These people, they'll sacrifice their body, they sacrifice their comfort to get things done. Overall, a good yoga. Shubh, the name itself says that it is good. New era bringer, well organized, things end up beneficial, does not have much problem in life. They take stable decision, not a risk taker, idealistic person. So basically, if you want your child to have a very great life, just plan your pregnancy and just everything is good. Then you may get a Shubh yoga when they're born. Basically, their life would be very, very, very good. Shukla, bright, marries wrong person, bad in relation, young achievers, goes by the book, their success triggers insecurity in their spouse. So their spouse would be jealous of them if they have Shukla. So a negative yoga. So if you start a business, that business blows up, you earn good amount of money, basically your spouse, your partner, they will start envying you. Brahma, innovation, creation, the style of doing things is very different, not respected in their community initially, but later on they'll get respect. Partners help them, but kids are not good. So they'll get a caring partner, but relationship with children would be problematic. I know I'm going fast, but we have a lot to cover. Does anybody has any doubt, any problems before I continue? No? Okay. Indra Yoga. So there was one yoga that was related to Indra, that was Vajra, which was Indra's weapon. Now this is the Indra Yoga also. Management guy, jack of all trades, can sacrifice anyone for their self-interest. Like basically the life story of Lord Indra. Gets duped a lot, people will cheat them, heavy drinkers, sibling have a bad married life. So if a person is born in Indra Yoga, automatically their sibling would suffer, sibling would have a bad married life. Now you understand why Vedic astrology or Lal Kitab, it talks a lot about relationships. So having good relationships is also very important. Vedriti, separator, mediator, talk on length for hours, social person. Overall, a good yoga, right? So these are all the yogas that you have to use. Yogas is the end result, and you can give them the highest priority when it comes to Panchang. So always check yoga. If the yoga is bad, just don't do anything, because basically there is going to be trouble and you don't want the thing to end up bad. Now, moving ahead, there is also a thing, Karna. Now, going all the way back, Karna was physical interaction. For gold person, we should see their yoga. Yoga, you want your gold to grow. Basically, you want your gold to grow in value. Buy it on Vriddhi. Now, use your brain. There's a nakshatra called Punarvasu. Now, if you want to really, really grow in life, use your brain. Punarvasu is a nakshatra, which means things would be repeated. Vriddhi is a nakshatra, Vriddhi is a yoga in which things will grow, automatically grow, whether you have the capacity to do it or not. Things would grow. Now, see, the problem is 27 nakshatras and 27 yogas. So they will not repeat very often, but go and find out the date, the time when Punarvasu nakshatra is there and Vriddhi yoga is there. So what a person can do, like save up money, 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 10 lakh, 20 lakh, 30 lakh. But when the day is Punarvasu and Vriddhi yoga, invest everything. Every single penny. Like what Elon Musk did. He invested every single thing and he didn't have money to pay to the taxi driver. And suppose how much growth you can achieve in life if Punarvasu and Vriddhi yoga is on the same day. And then suppose the day is also good like Sunday. Sone pe suhaga. Right? So use your brain, you can go well up in life. Now we're going to Karna. So Karna is the physical interaction that you're going to get. Now there are two types of Karnas. One is Char, movable Karnas, and another is Thir Karnas. We'll cover up. Bhava. Bhava is a Karna which is ruled by Sun, rule maker, boundary maker, basically HR, administrator, or helping others. So whatever the things, if you're born and if you have a Karna, that is Bhava, do things which are related to Sun, like having a Shoka pillar, hosting Indian flag, or whichever country you stay in, like Letitia will host the US flag, or if she's born in Spain, so Spanish flag, right? Take blessings from father, do something related to the government if you have a Baba Karn that day. They'll generally have head or heart related issues. Again, Balava is related to moon. All the healers, doctors, counselor, motivational speakers, not very stable mindset, very unpredictable. They'll do one thing and you'll not know what their next move is. Moody would cook food when they are in mood. Passion, they'll generally have emotional stress, paralysis, right? So these kind of problems are to be expected from these people. Kolava, need regular challenges. Do not think twice before conducting actions. There is chance of good physical deformity in these people. They invest in lands. They like fighting. They're very cold-blooded. Tatil, it is ruled by Mercury. Animal is donkey. Only wants to follow the rules. Good in systematic system. So they want everything to be in a very orderly manner. They like to do things step by step. They'll do the first step, then the second, and every day the same thing. They'll keep a good routine. Technical writers, backbone of the system. Wherever they will work, they will handle majority of the tasks. Should be in charge, as everything will be good. So if you want to hire a good manager, good associate to work under you to handle your business, look out for Tatil Karma. Basically, they'll be good in handling things. This is the physical interaction. And your business is physical interaction, talking to people, handing out money, doing things. There will be easily replicate system like business model. So they'll see someone who has achieved a lot of success by doing this, and they will be able to replicate and achieve the same amount of success. Do dumb things as the remedy. So they are very systematic. So the remedy for them is to sometimes just do a dumb thing. Don't be very particular about things, because they may have nerve related issues, may even develop Parkinson's. Garaja. Garaja is ruled by Jupiter. They'll take the load of people, very particular about images of those animals work as a remedy. No, nakshatra animals work as a remedy, not this. This is just to give you an idea. Like Garaja basically is ruled by Jupiter and elephant. So the all the attributes of elephants will apply. Now, how donkey is used to do same work, take a lot of load. So that is seen in title. Garaja is elephant. So they will take load of people. They will be very specific, very broad minded. Think very big. Elephant is big, but cannot deliver things practically. Karka of banking as well. Pay attention to detail. Learn management. These are the type of thing. So it is just a attributes that is given. So the images part won't work here. Vanija is for Venus, Mahalakshmi. Work on complex issues, attracted toward medicine, are in entertainment, bank, or financing. Focus on giving to others, forget about themselves. Trust people blindly, but it is not good for them. So Venus is Vanija. Vishti, related to Saturn or Yama. Trading means market trading? Yes. Do not have fun in their lives. Tantrics, work till last breath. See all the attributes of Saturn. Fitness coaches, works to increase life. All these beauty treatments, all of these treatments which will say that your life would increase. All this Shilajit, all Ashwagandha, all people who just work on these things. Basically, they'll have this Vishti. Very stable people, very disciplined. Mentality and health issues are a problem. Great amount of knowledge, but are not recognized. See, again, Saturn is debilitated in the first house. So Saturn cannot take a king's place. So they will have a lot of knowledge, but they will not be recognized for their knowledge. They crave satisfaction. So if you're born and you have this will be your physical activity. This is you do something. This is the physical result of it. Although classified under Char Karnas, Vishti is considered inauspicious for most activities. So basically, Char are good for all of the activities, apart from Vishti, because it brings obstacles and challenges. So if Vishti is the thing, just ignore. These Karna repeat in cyclic patterns 8 times in a lunar month for each half tithi except Amavasya and Purnima. So basically, 8 times in a lunar month, this will be repeated. Sthir. So sthir karnas are good when you need to make decisions or just discuss problems openly. So Shakuni is ruled by Rahu. Observant and they grab opportunity, all the things of Rahu. Grab the opportunity when they get a chance. They always have their eye on the prize, are very diplomatic and do things silently. Chatushpada is ruled by Ketu. Deal with all tamasic things, alcohol, spirits, fighting with animals. Mountain climbers generally have this yoga. Thus things which are extremely rugged and difficult and is not peaceful. So there are many people who have climbed Mount Everest, but they, due to some or the other problem, they died there. Their bodies are still lying on the Mount Everest because of cold. They're not even decomposing properly. So what is happening? Their body is still at the Mount Everest. So generally, this is the kind of yoga they will have. Their ending is not good. Nag, again ruled by Rahu. Robin Hood type of people who steal from the rich and give it to the poor. Has access to knowledge and medicine. And last is Kinstuga, which is ruled by, again, Ketu. Does extreme detailed work like watchmaking. The expensive watches, like Richard Mille, the watches that go for 2 CR, 3 CR, 5 CR, very, very, very expensive watches. So that intricate detailed work or creating bonsai, that tree. So these kind of work are done by Kinstuga people. Rolex is relatively cheap. You will get it for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 lakhs as well. Indian pricing I'm talking about. But watches like Audemars Piguet, Richard Mille, right? So these are very, very expensive. Like they're 10 to 20 times the price of a Rolex. So very intricate work they have. That's why they are so expensive. Dealing with insects gets help from animals. So this is the physical attribute. Now I also want to cover the nakshatra part very quickly. See, nakshatra in itself is a very broad topic. I would have to launch a course on it to teach you, to make you understand nakshatra. But what I'll do is I'll give you a general idea so that you know how and to use those nakshatras when it comes to Panchanga, right? So all the planets have 3 nakshatras under them. Ketu, Ashwini, Magha, Moola. Venus, Bharni, Purv Falguni, Purv Shada. Kritika, Uttar Falguni, Uttar Shada, that comes under Sun. Rohini, Hasta, Shravana comes under Moon. Mrigshir, Chitra, Dhanisht will come under Mars. And Adra, Swati, Satbisha under Rahu. Punarvasu, Vishak, Purva Bhadrapada, this will come under Jupiter. Pushya, Anuradha, Uttar Bhadrapada under Saturn. Ashlesha, Jesh, and Revati under Mercury. So these are the nakshatras which are related to the planet. Some people say they are lot of those nakshatras, but I would use the term associated. Now I'm giving you a brief idea also so that you'll understand. See, Ketu is a shadow. So all of the 3 Ketu nakshatras will have a common link. No place of its own, so it keeps on walking. People born under Ketu nakshatra, or even if they have Ketu nakshatra in Lagna, they will keep on walking. They like to walk a lot. People with moon in Ketu, they keep on walking. In tension, they'll do brisk walks. Also, they'll walk away from situation. If the going gets very tough, they'll just walk off. So people having Ketu in the 4th house, you'll never put a lot of pressure on them because they are likely to leave the home. So there are people who just leave their home and go away. Generally have Ketu in the 4th house. So be very careful. Don't put a lot of pressure because Ketu has a tendency of walking away. So they are basically bechain atma. So always worried, always under some or the other sort of trouble. They're born in the same family, either to support or to take revenge. So if you have Ketu, either you're born in the same family to support them, help them grow in life, or maybe they did something very bad to you in your past life. So you're born again and to take revenge on them. People who are attached to things are born in Ketu Nakshatra. Even Ketu is like detachment, but if you're attached to some things, you're born in Ketu Nakshatra. This is the nakshatras where things start. Like the first nakshatra is of Ketu, right? So a lot of things, these details would be shared with you in PDF form. So you can go ahead and read them and get a whole idea. Okay. Venus nakshatras. Food, relationship, house comforts, maintaining grace is very important from us. So all the attributes that are related to that planet is used in this nakshatras. So basically all the things of Venus. Dress up, maintain house, respect your partner, be very caregiving towards your spouse, give gifts, flowers, send romantic text. Sun, all the attributes of Sun, very disciplined, very intensive. So different mindset, governing authority, high ego, cannot take instruction, very confident. Moon nakshatras, you have to use the resources very wisely because moon is the path towards well. They will always have a rule regarding food. Like you'll eat this. Like recently, I was watching an interview, and in the interview, the person said, "We always eat curd at the end." So they're likely going to have some of the other rules related to food. Mars, problem due to not listening to anybody else, like be very passionate, taking stance. They'll have emotional traumas if you're born under Mars nakshatras, blood related trouble, likely to be become selfish, confident about themselves, want to show off, and likes to take action. All the attributes of Mars. Again, Rahu, if you're born under Rahu nakshatra, you would want everything by hook or crook. So Swati, Satvisha, very specific regarding their needs. I want this, this, this. So even if you have the 7th lord or planet in 7th house sitting in Rahu nakshatra, you would be very, very specific about things. Because generally, if you're Aries born, Swati falls in the 7th house. So if you have Swati in the 7th house, so you'll be very, very specific. Jupiter, give out wisdom, knowledge without keeping it. So even if you know a lot of knowledge, you have spent a lot of money learning it, but you'll not hide it. You'll just go ahead and give it to people. Will have cuff related issues. They tell their plans, and the quality of Jupiter is to appreciate. They'll burn themselves to guide others. They'll put a lot of effort, money, effort, energy themselves so that others can grow. Jupiter nakshatra. In terms of relationship or religion, sacrifice is needed. So, in order to have a good relationship, in order to have a good going in your religion, you would have to sacrifice some things. Saturn. Person operates of karma stored here. So where if you're born under nakshatra, right, of Saturn, then you would have to operate, do a lot of things of that particular nakshatra. You can read about that nakshatra, what the things are, and then you would have to do that work. Mercury, all the energies are stored here. So like Jyeshtha nakshatra, Revati, this come under Mercury. So if you have this, then a lot of energy is stored. It denotes relationship, too much engrossed with everyone, too much busy putting their noses in other people work, like what they're doing, like how they're doing. They'll ask, they'll keep the family together. Problem related to extreme attachment to people. They'll be very, very attached. Then if the person leaves them, it is going to be a lot problem. It's a neutral planet. Mercury is a neutral. It is not malefic. It is not benefic. It depends upon its association. It can be malefic. It can be benefic. Born under Mercury nakshatra, very high chances that you will be directionless, but they will be very, very systematic. So these were the nakshatras. Sir, for Purva Bhadrapada, I was told to leave non-veg. I was only vegetarian, but left eggs just to experiment. So there's some or the other form of foundations that you are likely to get. Now, Purva Bhadrapada. See, Purva Bhadrapada is coming under Jupiter. So basically, Jupiter is a very sattvic planet. So that's why they have advised you to leave non-veg, right? So that is the main reason. So now we have covered all of Panchang. Now this is something that it would be very difficult for you to remember, right? So what you will do is you will get this PDF. You would have to practice it at least 5 to 10 charts for the birth part. Like you'll say, if a person is born in a particular nakshatra, so you know what is happening, right? What their traits are, what their qualities are, and you'll be able to judge them, give them a good idea. So you have this one, and you have the previous class of zodiac also. So mix Panchang and mix zodiac. So you'll be able to give a very good prediction to people, and people will say you're right. Like even in today also, I gave a few things, and people in chat have written that yes, it was true. So you have to understand that this is some information that has been gathered after a lot of effort. So you are getting it. Now what you have to do, you have to do justice toward it. Take 5 to 10 charts and note down their details, what their panchang is, so what their tithi, nakshatra, yog, when they were born, and give a prediction. Do it for your family members. So you'll have a habit of predicting birth, predicting when a person was born and how he will turn out. See, all of the basic pandits, all of the pandits that are sitting in mandir, they generally do this only. They have a very limited knowledge of this much only. So this is something that they do. So you can also follow the same thing. Secondly, now start taking Muhurat. Yoga is very important. Like for me, particularly, it doesn't matter if I'm feeling good or not feeling good or feeling bad. I'll do my work no matter what. I'm happy, I'll do my work. I'm not happy, I'll do my work. For me, Tithi doesn't matter much apart from 4, 9, and 14 because they are Rikta Tithis. So I'll avoid 4th, Chaturthi, Navmi, and the last K14, especially Krishna Paksh 14, right? So I'll avoid these Tithis. Apart from this, all of the Tithis, it doesn't matter if it's good, bad, I'll just do it. Same way, Nakshatras. I feel all the nakshatras are good, except for some nakshatras. Now you have to do your research. There are nakshatras like Adra, so it is a painful nakshatra. Then there are certain nakshatras like Kritika. Kritika would be very sharp. So Kritika is good, but then there's a tendency to burn also. Bharni is when you are in your mother's womb. So what would happen with burning is you will be helpless. You would need support. So I'll avoid Bharni, Adra, Mula Nakshatra because whatever is in Mula would be destroyed and rebuilt again, just like Phoenix. You've heard this concept of Phoenix, right? The bird will burn itself and will born from the ashes. So that is what basically Mula Nakshatra is. Everything would be destroyed and rebuilt again. So avoid Mool, then Bharni, you can avoid, right? Adra, you can avoid, right? Anuradha, Saturn Nakshatra, you can avoid, right? So these are some of the very malefic nakshatras. You can say they have very malefic tendencies. So avoid these nakshatras. The rest of the nakshatras are good. So avoid the tithis and avoid very rough or cruel nakshatras. Then When it comes to Karna, or when it comes to day, right? See, again, it depends up to you, right? But even if the day is good, day is bad, you can basically do it. Just don't do conflicting energy. Like Jupiter and Venus doesn't go good together. So don't buy a car, because car is basically Venus, right? So do not buy a car on Thursday. Same way, Mars and Saturn do not go well. So you would have heard people talking, right? Do not wash your hair on Tuesday. There are many people who don't wash their head on Tuesdays, because Saturn and Mars doesn't go together. Even Ketu doesn't go together. So this is the problem over there. So don't do conflicting energies on the day. So use your brain over there. And then the most important would definitely be yoga. So find out proper yoga, because the end result would be very good. So this is something that you can do. You can take all of the muhurats, all of the dates are given by this only. This is the exact and most practical method. There would be many people who will be teaching Panchang. You can go on YouTube. There are many people who have done workshop on Panchang, and you'll never be able to use the Panchang or the information that they have given you, because the information is not practical at all. But this, what I have given you, is completely practical. You can write down all the 5 things, have good different sheets of paper, and then what you guys can do is you can go ahead and just check. You don't need to memorize all this. Even I do consultation, I always have my iPad with me, because I may forget some information. People may ask me, so what is this? This. So I'll always keep my notes handy so I can give them the accurate answer. So just follow, use different sheets, follow around, and you'll be able to take out good muhurats, take out, understand about people also. Right? So I'll stop the recording, and then we can cover up the doubts.